We're live. It's a new platform, guys. Figuring it out. So I apologize for the tardiness, but welcome to episode 66 of the weekly comic wrap up. Of course, myself, Black Crown, here to hang out with all of you in the chat, and of course, tonight's guest. But before we get into it, you see, I even had to expand the screen. I'm slacking. But, anyways, no more StreamYard. We have shifted gears. It's a new platform, so I'm figuring this out right now. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Like, check this. I was just showing Paperweight backstage. I was like, look, I kept my old animated stuff in the background. I know some of you miss the pressable defects. Me too. Look, for 5 seconds, I will be the pressable defects. Look at the background. It's so cool. So cool. But no, I wish I could be. I love Matt. Love you, Jay. I saw you guys all at New York Comic Con this weekend, which looked amazing, and we will definitely talk about that. But a few things I want to remind you guys about. I told you all in the month of October, there's going to be a giveaway. Here's the giveaway. Of course, not myself giving these away. This is Michael Baker, guys. Michael Baker is giving away these two awesome slabs for Deadpool #1. I love these slabs. I wish I could partake in this giveaway because I want them. But yeah, man. So it's a giveaway to all of you who have been subscribed to this channel. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel, it's going to be given away at any point within the month of October. There's this weekend and next weekend left. So if it happens tonight, which it most likely will, I'm giving you guys a heads up. You know what? I'll let my guest decide. If he wants to give it away tonight, we give it away. If he doesn't, well, it is what it is. So yeah, like I said, I wish I could partake in this giveaway, but unfortunately, not the case. Not the case. But anyways, guys, we have a big show. A lot to talk about. New York Comic Con, of course. Some interesting stuff took place at New York Comic Con. I wanted to also talk about the show. Last week was the last time I used StreamYard. Now I'm using something called Restream. So if you guys want to take a look at it, because I know a lot of you are dealing with the price hike. So Restream, I'm giving it a shot for this month. And yeah, man, we'll see how it holds. But yeah, same show, new attitude. I'm calling this the Attitude Era. And I know my guest knows exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the Attitude Era. But before I bring him on, I want to say a few words. Guys, Greg, Paperweight. I have met him through this comic community. We call it that. We got to meet at Terrificon. I don't mean to get mushy with anybody, but very few who I have met, and I've met lots of people in this community, but I could tell you that if all this were to end tomorrow, no more Black Crown Comics, he's still my brother. And I know that we will be rocking probably till we're like 80 and gray, tying up like we did at Terrificon, wrestling in an old folks home. But guys, Paperweight, what is going on, my brother?
Are we here? Am I
You're here, baby. It's coming.
Here. It looks a little different. There I am. I'm a small screen.
Making you small. Okay. That's right.
All good. It's all good. I can't believe, you almost got me to, no, I wasn't going to shed no tears, but of course, bro, likewise. I told you, I mean, everybody was kind of crazy. It was the first, I found out after, it was a lot of time, a lot of people met for the first time. But dude, like just the way we kicked it off and others, it was crazy. So absolutely, we'll be locking up in the old folks home. But one thing before we really get started, you're leaving it up to me.
To you.
Heel.
Yeah. The heel.
Cash in a giveaway, which would make people happy. You want the bad guy. To give the people what they want.
Yep.
I don't know if that's gonna go well for them tonight.
It's all on you. It's all on you.
It is. Look, hold up. I know it's not a huge deal. I told you I don't do edits, cuts. I'm not going to hijack your show. I'm going to let you do your thing, but I got to say a couple of things. One, congrats. I know it's not a huge deal just switching platforms, but congrats on everything you've been doing, like I told you the last time. But I have to give a shout out actually to two others. Michael Baker.
Yeah.
Bake and Bake, because the Baker Shakers are coming, like they're their own thing now. And this guy puts in so much work. So a big shout out to Michael Baker and the Wrench of Wrenches, AOA. You got to give it up to AOA. I mean, shout out to everybody in the chat, but those two I want to highlight. It's the attitude era, according to
Yeah.
you. So I'm gonna send some love and some props to those two who are always in. I see them in different channels too, and everyone needs to know I'm not always logged in, but I'm always watching. I'm always watching. So I stay off sometimes to chat because sometimes I see some things and I'm like, you know what? I don't want them to get kicked off. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
start
know what?
saying some shit. So I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep to myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see some things and I'm like, it's a good thing I'm not logged in.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact you watch even when you're not logged
Always.
in. You hold
I
your
haven't missed an
comments, but
episode.
you do let me know in DMs how you feel about many
Yeah.
things, and I always appreciate that, man. See, that's what it's about. Boys looking out for one another,
Mm.
whether it's constructive, hard truth, whatever it is. I always appreciate it. But we have a show to get into,
Yeah,
and I
let's do it.
appreciate you even being on here tonight because I know we have a new episode of Penguin, and you chose to hang out with me, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes it's a double stream, but no, Penguin I usually do after your show. But
yeah,
dude, we're just gonna just graze over Penguin, bro. Tell me
yeah.
that's not like the show of the year,
It is.
possibly one of
It
the
is.
greatest shows of all time.
So good. So good. I love
We're
it.
not gonna talk about Agatha, right? We're not
No, dude, my what I like Agatha, don't get me wrong,
no, don't
but
lie. Don't lie. This is a new era. Don't they?
I'm not lying. I'm not
Promise,
lying. I look,
promise.
I
You don't
like
have
it
to
for what it is.
appease.
I like it for what it is, what it's
It's awful. It's awful.
dude, what's coming out of Agatha, forget all the nonsense that's taking place. The key points to the show, they're okay with me. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. When if you give me the show on an overall, if I'm enjoying it like the Penguin, hell no.
No,
Hell no. Penguin, Agatha. You know what I mean?
no,
It's
for
day
sure.
and night, bro.
I mean, like wifey was liking it, but I feel like it is meant for like females. So, to be
No,
honest,
yeah,
that's
it
why
is.
I couldn't, get into it.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna let you run it. I'm talking too much. I
No,
apologize.
you're not. That's what it dude. We're here to shoot the shit.
Okay,
That's
well then
what we
if we
do.
are, then I'm gonna tell you something because you
Go.
said something on a show recently
Yeah.
when you weighed in on the whole Sticky Goose and Comic Tom drama.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
know you're not a drama channel, but
Mm-mm.
you are somebody who's becoming a prominent fixture. So don't feel like you don't need to talk about things. I'm telling you now, you have my support, you have other people's support. You don't got to go on like a 10-week regurgitation of it.
Ah, no.
Just like Zach, like Milton Emanuel said it perfect. He recapped pretty much how I felt about Sticky and Tom's conversation perfectly. But like, dude, weigh in on shit. You don't gotta, like I said, you don't gotta bag on stuff forever.
No,
But
I
you
don't.
can be truthful. I'm just saying, like, don't
Yeah.
feel like you need to shy away from it. If something is trash, it's trash. Move on. There's
Yeah.
plenty of good things. There's plenty of trash things.
But
And that's it.
I am being honest. Agatha, like it's a drag to get through, but I'm looking forward to those big points, right? That's what I look forward to. When it comes to Penguin, bro, front to back. Like even my wife the other day, she caught me watching the last episode with the um it was like the whole origin
The
story
origin of
of
Sophia, like
Sophia.
how the
Yeah.
Vic was the week before.
And that was the first episode she ever watched, and she made us go all the way back to episode
Bro,
one to watch all of
it's
it. She
so
wants to
good.
get, yeah, she's fully on board. She loves it.
It's so
But
fucking good, bro. Like
but
so
yeah,
good.
okay. Let's say hi to the
Yeah.
chat because look, we have a new chat bubbles. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But Michael Baker's in the house. Baker, appreciate you being here. And of course, the books being given away tonight are by Michael Baker. So give him some love. Speaking love, we got love for comics in the house. Nothing but love for love. We got TKO in the house as well. TKO, appreciate you being here. We got Lefteros, who we're obviously going to go through some of the FOC picks of the week in just a minute. So hang tight. It's a mighty one. It's big. Even Greg was just asking me about a couple books. He's like, "Yo, this book here, man. What's your thoughts?" And it's actually on the list, so we'll get into that one in just a bit. You got Sam Al in the house, man. Sam, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you being here. We got Christian in the house. There you go, Christian. How's it going, brother? Another local as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm watching live from New York. Look at you, bro. Are you at NYCC? I saw you posting in the lat chat. So yeah, man. Dude, New York Comic Con looked absolutely amazing. Like I got FOMO, bro. I
Oh,
was sad I didn't go. Wesley, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you tuning in from work. New York Comic Con. We met at Terrificon. You down for New York next year?
me?
Yeah, you.
No.
Stop. Bro,
No, I'm
you
good.
pointed out something that was a lot more appealing at New York Comic Con than
That's true. That's true.
Terrificon.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm cool with Connecticut. I got,
Connecticut was chill. Yeah,
let's see
I
what
got
happens after November. Let's see what
yeah.
happens if New York can get cleaned up a bit.
Yeah, we'll see how if New York gets cleaned up for sure. Chia Pets in the house. Chia, appreciate you being here. Of course, we got Dan De La Torre. Yeah, we're late. New platform, dude. I'm getting used to it. I'm playing with some stuff here. I see so much options that are totally different as opposed to StreamYard. No disrespect to StreamYard, but we got N Town in the house, man. What's going on, N Town? Appreciate you being here. We got Pacino as well, who's in the house. Pacino, I saw you messaged me. Yes, I'm gonna take that metal knuckles that you bought, the Funko Pop. So save me it. Save me it. I'll e-transfer you. The man who keeps DMing me saying, he he's all happy and proud because he's been rocking it on my channel, bro. The views, he gets the views apparently. Like he's taking the lead. So guys, go back to rewatch as many videos as you can to make sure Hyper ends up at the bottom. Let's get Paperweight to the top, get Cliff, get everybody else to the top except Hyper. That's what we want done. Please.
Man.
There you go. Who else we got? We got Steph's Comics in the house. Yo, he was set up at a show today, and he was actually selling like crazy. So, yeah, shout out to him. We got Comic Ozzy, man. Yes, he was at New York Comic Con. Lucky man, very lucky man. I saw the posts. He makes me want to go to New York Comic Con.
I thought he was going back to get stuck in another basement and figure it out without Rocksteady when he got trapped there. I thought he was going for round 2. He should have just stayed at this point.
Yo, that was a brutal story, though. That was brutal. Felt so bad. But anyways, we got Derek in the house. Derek, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you being here. Speaking Derek, we also have Derek here. I said I switched to Restream, and so far so good. I'm enjoying it, but we'll see, man. Let's see how the show goes, if it's good or bad. We got Anthony in the house. Anthony, appreciate you being here, brother. Nothing but love for you. Reference Point Podcast. Go show some love to them as well. Got Linman in the house. Linman, yeah. Appreciate you being here. I think I got pretty much everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Oh, yeah. I can't not say hi to Uni. What's going on, Uni? Appreciate you being here. Was chopping it up with Uni a bit before the show earlier today, talking about a few things up and coming. I don't know if you saw the Carnage. Now Eddie Brock's going to be Carnage. So we were talking about that. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you. It's not the first time that Eddie Brock is in the Carnage symbiote, but we'll see.
You're asking me to weigh in on that?
I already know how you feel.
Yeah.
I could just tell by your face that this ain't no gimmick. He ain't cutting no promo. I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Aside from Ultimate Spider-Man, there's nothing Marvel on my read.
Yeah, I feel you. Brian LCS is in the house. Guys, the Comic Book Community Awards, the nominations for your finalists came to close yesterday. So I believe, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, November 2nd is going to be the show where you announce the winners. Let us know in the chat, but guys, check it out. I might win. Anyone else could win. Ferdy could win. I hope. You know what I mean? I wish the best for everybody. So show some love. Go tune in, and go see who wins, man.
Look at Chia. No, it's everything. So Chia loves it.
Yeah, Canadian Survivalist. What's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. We got Crimson Terror. What's going on, man? Nice to see you here. We've got, hold on. Val is in the house. Val, how's it going, man? Appreciate you, brother, for being here tonight with myself, Paperweight, of course, and we've got Guy Forge. Yo, Guy Huge is in the house. Bro, I was at a wedding last night. Guy, the shots were flying, the food was flying, and I didn't DM you a single thing. I feel terrible. That's so mean of me. I apologize. But all right, Greg, Paperweight.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready, sir? We're going to get into the FOC picks of the week.
Okay.
Vámonos.
Vámonos. Let's go.
All right, guys. FOC picks of the week. So far, the transitions aren't clean. I'm not the biggest. I'm not too happy about that, but we'll figure it out. So FOC picks.
Show 1, bro. It's show 1.
I know. Show 1. FOC selections of the week, guys. Of course, selected by Lefteros for October 21st. Now, before we get into it, quick disclaimer. I want to let you guys know we're just giving you guys the information. No one's telling you to buy all these books. take the info, make of it what you will. If you want to buy any of these books and you live in the United States of America, feel free to go visit comicnation.us, where you have 15% off already on the cover price on the FOC books. You can get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. Now, if you're in Canada, we have Comic Legion, so go visit comiclegion.ca, right? Paperweight, that's where you should be visiting. Comiclegion.ca, you get 20% off already on the books that are on FOC. Get an additional 5% off of the first order by using discount code ENLIST. All right, first book is a big book. It's a big book. It's Venom War #5. Now, here's the main cover. There's a lot of good covers available for this one, but we're possibly going to be getting the first in-story appearance of the all-new Venom, in which most of us assume is going to be Luke Cage. How do you feel about that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You're asking me, the person.
It's only me and you in the chat, bro.
I'm playing. No, I mean, look, I don't know enough. Not that I'm not reading any of this stuff, so I don't know. Like, it was Luke Cage, like in other stories where this kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much I can really weigh in on, to be honest, bro.
So the Venom War stuff has been pretty interesting. It's fun. It's definitely different when it comes to Venom and symbiote stuff, but it's very fun. Leading into the direction of Luke Cage, I'm curious if that's going to be the case. Man, Luke Cage would be a pretty interesting character to see wearing the symbiote, because, you know, I don't mean to be mean, but Luke Cage, comic book wise, hasn't been doing much of anything lately. So yeah, it's a good character to maybe just give something a little fresh here. You have Chia saying that Jeb theorized it's Danny Rand. I'm telling you, it's not Cage. Saying Rick Jones or Rand. Could be, but we shall see. I did see some of the panels that were shown at New York Comic Con where Luke Cage walks into the courtroom, it seemed, and maybe he's just there and not the symbiote. So we shall see, man. We shall see. But anyways, let's keep it rolling. We're going to go to the next book here, which is obviously the Clayton Crane variant. Now, guys, I know how we all feel about this, but have fun with this. This is just fun. At this point, this character has taken off for some reason. It is what it is. Dude, we saw this in the Venom trailer, and already people were freaking out. Now, since it made its way to comics, it's pretty interesting.
I mean, like, again, I don't know a ton about this. I know that horse, I think it might have been with Infamous Jeb that I don't, not first, but I know when I saw on your show a lot of talk about it was with him. So I don't know, man. It's kind of cool. Like, it's a Venom symbiote horse. I don't know, man. It's did BC just dip out? Okay, so if you're gone, does that mean I can just kind of run the giveaway, or what should we do here? I thought ran two. Okay, hold up. So go. I want to see. So BC is gone at the moment. So Derek, you heard there was a fight, the Peach exclusive, but then I heard other revisionist history saying there was no fight and all fake news. Yeah, Ozzy might be able to confirm. I heard that nothing actually happened, dude.
My computer was going to do an automatic reset. Like, who do you think you are to do that to me? Especially.
I kind of forgot the horse, and I just want to rate the Derek's comment to kind of see what was going on over there.
Yeah, no, we're good. But anyways, yeah. So the Venom symbiote with the horse is pretty fun. Like I said, it's a fun character. Nothing too crazy. Just enjoy this for what it is right now. But anyways, we'll keep it rolling because we're gonna get to Batman and Robin issue number 15. This is what you were asking me about.
I was asking, yeah.
Yeah, so we get the first full appearance of Memento in this one. Now, are you reading this at the moment?
I'm not. I did read a couple issues and I fell out, and it wasn't, again, I read a lot, to be honest. So I don't, but then when that happens, you kind of start to lose connection with other books. So I'm trying to tighten it up a bit. I'm still reading a lot, but I did hear good things about this book thus far. It's been pretty good. But there was something about the cover. So usually, obviously, covers draw you in first. So when I saw the cover and I saw that it was a first appearance, it's like, I don't know why it gave me, like, it's not even close to the same, but it kind of felt like, the first appearance, was it the Black Mask cover? Yeah. I know it's not nearly the same, but there's something about, like, the colors, like the orange and the yellow, that it just kind of popped to me. So that's why I asked you. I'm like, is this something that's you can play Comic Tom.
But yeah, no. So Leftero is bringing the information that we're going to get the first full appearance within this book. But once we do get more information, obviously, Greg, I'll let you know as we get closer to release. But yeah, man, it's first full appearance, a book that you said you were enjoying. Yo, Steve is in the house. Steve, what's going on, brother? Team Nerd Herd. Go show some love. Go sub up to Nearing Nerdvana, man. You'd be doing Laura a favor, you'd be doing Steve a favor, and you'd be catching some great content dropped by the fellas at Team Nerd Herd Podcast. But yeah, man. So this is pretty interesting. Now, I'm gonna keep it rolling with Conquest 2099, issue number 4. Ironically, a character that you like and I like,
My
and that's
daughter
Spider
likes.
Gwen.
I
Go
mean,
Spider.
I do like Spider Gwen. Like I definitely fuck with her, but my daughter like loves Spider Gwen. So I mean, I have a thing with her, and we've talked before, even with Newbie and others. I feel like her ceiling is, you know what I mean? Like it's high. I think she has so much potential.
Yeah,
I've said it so many times. I cannot tell you how often I've gone to look for things Spider Gwen related, and
yeah.
her stuff's always sold out. So it's either are they selling? Are so many people buying it, or are they producing less of hers? Like I don't know, but and I think her costume is dope. Like my daughter loves her, so I love her.
Yeah. Dude, I've been on a run of collecting everything Gwen, and you know this firsthand. You were there
Dude,
with me
you
at Terrificon.
you turned me on to that. I want that book, like for her, not for me, but like I love that book. That's a
Yeah.
great book. That's an not unknown, but I felt like when we found it at Terrificon, even though you knew about it, then you were kind of seeing it. But a lot of vendors started being like, they kind of looked at us like, why are you asking about this, right? A lot of vendors had it, but then people were kind of like, I got the vibe. It's like, why
Yeah.
are we being asked about this book, right?
It is like the book he's referring to is the first
Yo,
we're good. We're good. You hear me?
yeah, I hear you, bro. Yeah, you're just like
Greg, we're good?
spazzing out. You're like
All
just
right.
stop. Go ahead. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
no, I, my computer's trying to hard reset on me while we're live. So fuck this computer. But anyways, um what you were talking about was the vendors, ASM 61, the first cover appearance
Yeah.
of Gwen Stacy. All the
Mhm.
vendors were doing pretty much that. Like you said, they were kind of like puzzled by the fact that, like, hey,
Yeah.
why are you going back and forth with this book? But yeah, man, it's a great book, and I look forward to seeing now. Obviously, Ghost Spider 2099.
Underrated key, I'd say.
Yeah, but the design is what I'm looking forward to seeing for this one, man. So yeah, I'm gonna check this one out. But anyways, we'll keep it rolling because now we've got Wolverine. Number 4, the main cover. Now, here the solicitation implies that a new villain may be revealed within this one. So that's rather interesting. I'm gonna definitely pick this up, guys. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. My PC is being a POS. There may be a reset that is mandatory that has to take place. So, Greg, I will let you hold the fort if that does happen. So just
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. I am gonna give all your slabs away.
yeah, give them all away.
I'm gonna leave you. All
Yeah.
right.
But up next, we have X-Men number 8. This is the main cover now, part 1 of Raid on Grey Malkin, 4-part crossover. X-Men, I kind of have fallen behind personally, so I have some catching up to do here. But it looks like we're going to be kicking off a new arc, so definitely worthy of a pickup, in my opinion, if you are into X-Men, of course.
I've heard good things about the new Uncanny run. Like I haven't. Again, I'm not reading any of it, but I
Yeah.
heard of all the new X-Men stuff. The Uncanny stuff has been good, and yeah. But again, I can't weigh in on it too much.
Yeah, but Amazing Spider-Man 62 is also available on FOC this week. And here we have the Scotty Young variant, which has been fun because we have the 8 deaths of Spider-Man taking place. And dude, these covers have been pretty fun, man. Like you have this one with the bug spray, you had the other one with the shoe coming down on him. So these are pretty fun characters. You saw Scotty Young at Terrificon. Scotty Young is just an awesome
What
dude.
a beast, bro! That guy. You
If
remember when we
you
went back? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna fucking line was crazy. What a
yeah,
mistake! What a mistake I made there.
it was absolutely nuts. The lines were horrific. I remember just like seeing somebody we knew in line, and I just throw them a book and be like, please, just like get me this one signed or whatever, because like fuck, the lines were ridiculous, ridiculous. By the way, when the computer does reset, feel free to dive into the Penguin while it resets. Okay.
I'll mess with the chat. I'll let the chat kind of do this. I feel like I wanted this to kind of be a highlight of the chat, bro. You got a good chat. You got
Yeah.
good dudes in here,
Agreed.
and maybe some females. So I mean, I'll just play off of them. I
No,
wrestled yesterday. My head's a little, sore.
banged up, but
A little
yeah,
banged up.
man. Up next for DC, we've got Black Lightning #1. This is the cover C. Now, Black Lightning cover depiction by Sanford Green. I think the cover alone
That's
is
pretty dope.
yo, it's neat, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
did.
so tell me, like, I'm not familiar. Like, let me know. Do you know much about this character and everything?
Well, for the Black Lightning, for myself, for here, what I'm interested is now if you're seeing DC all in, right? So I want to see how Black Lightning is gonna play into this stuff if it's with the all in, because I'm enjoying it. Everything all in, everything now
Yeah,
absolute. DC is crushing it, and
yeah.
we got announcements today that we have even more absolute titles that are going to be coming. So once that comes, man, dude, I'm pumped. Yeah. The NWO takeover.
Yeah,
That is a
maybe
perfect.
maybe I'm doing this on purpose. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure you're doing something on your end to take over, right? That's what's going
We'll
on.
see, man. They want that giveaway. You said I can drop it at any time, right?
At any point, bro. If
Or
you want,
not drop it.
I'm putting it in your
Or
hands.
not drop it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all in your hands for tonight. So I think that's a fun little weight to put on your shoulders for tonight.
Sure, sure.
But anyways, let's keep it rolling before this thing resets on me. We got Marvel Zombies Dawn of Decay #4. I love this cover because it's a Strange Academy #1 homage by Romy Jones, and it's just neat. I know some people love the Marvel Zombie stuff, some people don't enjoy it. There's some fun things coming when it comes to the Academy stuff, which we'll get into in some of the hot topics. If you guys caught the news, yeah, that's going to be fun. But I just think this cover is neat. The homage is fun.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like immediately, I knew it was a Strange Academy homage. Again, not reading anything Marvel Zombies related.
Yeah.
But I do. Don't they have like a show? Is there like an animated thing coming out or something?
No, not to my knowledge.
There should be. Really,
Yeah.
that should be an animated thing. I think. Like
Dude, it would be so sick if they did that, man. I want to see such a thing, but yeah, if BC drops, that would be amazing. I'd love to see that take place. I'll try to get him onto the full screen before it does the reset, guys. I'm so sorry about that. It's pissing me off. You have no
dude, it's your
idea.
first show on a new platform. Like no one's gonna trip out. Like don't worry, it's all good. If people are gonna freak out about it, they can.
But the worst part is it's not the fucking platform. The goddamn computer's being a dick. But anyways,
Or maybe you're just trying to get out of doing a giveaway so you can keep it yourself. I don't know.
stop, man. You're not supposed to
Heel turn.
You're not supposed to rat me out. But anyways, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, special #1. This is the second print where we have the first in-story appearance of Phantasma. Now, we all saw how the book did on the first print. It exploded on the secondary market.
Oh, and there he goes. There he go. Okay, so if he's gone, I'm not doing no Comic Tom Sticky Goose stuff. But Chia Pet, I appreciate that. Okay, so it's fun for my daughter to read. Okay, that's fine. I'll get her the trade of it. I don't know if anybody can weigh in on this. Why did this book blow up like crazy recently? I mean, crazy. Like, I think it was selling for like 50, 60 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody can fill me in on why that is, I don't even recall it being like kind of on the radar for big spec, unless I was just completely oblivious to it. But yeah, you can bash on BC, but if anybody knows why this book blew up, please fill me in. And dead air. Come on, Chia. I know you gotta know. Oh, you what? Because the new Young Ghost Rider type team. Really? Hey, that was enough to drive those prices? Okay. Was it a good read at least? Like, what's the meaning of life? Life. I mean, it's what you make of it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that question could be answered on different FOMO. Nothing against that. No. What do you mean? Like, if I'm asking if I'm against FOMO, my take on FOMO is I don't watch other people's pocket. I think if people could be strayed wrong, that it's not like a nice thing to do. But I don't like when people are like bashing on people if they're buying a book that they want. If it's a little bit more like, do what you feel. If you have the money, you want to spend it, do what you want.
Yeah.
No second print time to give a BC folks first opinion. All right, I'm
Now,
getting all this. I
guys,
apologize. I wanted 10 different ways, but it's like I don't want dead air, and I'm waiting on a live chat to give me feedback. So
I'm here. I'm on my phone while the computer's doing the reset. So that's my
that's
way of
commitment,
improvising.
bro. That's commitment.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to the book. First in-story appearance of Phantasma. Now, like I said, the first print absolutely exploded secondary market. We'll see how the second print does. Obviously, I don't think it's going to take off the same way the first print did, but still neat. If you missed out on the first one, you have the opportunity to see the story, and pick up this book, give it a read. Now, let me try to get to the next one. Okay, this one's pretty funny. I know some people feel a certain way, but here we have Avengers Assemble issue 4. Now it's the Wernick variant. You have first cover appearance first cover appearance of Doc Lock and Sir Seconds. That's right. So look, do you guys remember when Miss Minutes made her appearance on the Timeless book? How that exploded? I don't think this is gonna do the same thing. There's a Wolverine 4 cover that is also available on FOC this week, where Wolverine's doing the Hulk 340 homage, and in the reflection of the claws, you could also see them. But it's partial. It's partial. I guess we could say that's also part of a first cover appearance, but not entirely. This gives you the first full. You watched Loki, right? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, dude, Loki was especially season 2. I watched every episode after the show of you guys, like, especially Chia's like he kind of like where his mind went with like the ideas of like where the show could have gone. It was
Yeah.
really fun to watch. But dude, Loki season 2 was like peak. That was like the best thing out of the MCU until I can't remember. Was there something recent? Loki season 2 was incredible, I thought.
Yeah. Dude, I
Well,
loved
there you go,
Loki.
Chia. Marvel. I'm giving you
Yeah.
love. Loki was done extremely well.
Guys, I can't pop up your comments because of the fact I'm on my phone. But once I get back to the computer chat, I promise to have you highlighted the entire show. But
I'm
but
with
yeah,
Paul on
dude,
that one.
I loved Loki season 2, man. It was amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna probably pick this up just because I don't think it's gonna pop like the Timeless did, that's for sure.
Yeah, I
But
don't think so either.
it's pretty cool to have a cover to have and to say you have the first cover. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. Here we've got Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Oh, the computer is up and running, so that's good news. But it's the 1 in 25 incentive. Now, this cover is done by Aka. I think Aka did a great job on this cover. It's gorgeous. But for myself, this ratio is not one I'll be able one to pick up, nor do I want to put money towards this because it is a mighty FOC. But if you're a Moon Knight fan and you want to pick this up, I don't blame you because it's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it is a sick cover. You know what? Like the Moon Knight show, again, I walked into that show knowing nothing of the character, and it seems like one show where it's very divided. People, liked it. People didn't like. Like I didn't mind it because I'm into like psychological thrillers and things like with the mind and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. And again, not knowing enough to really weigh in.
Yeah,
I think Moon Knight has one of the dopest costumes, like period. It's kind of, and maybe that's why like Spider Gwen's thing. I don't know, but I think Moon Knight's shit like looks so sick.
yeah.
So I mean, again, I'm not reading this book, but I think there's so much potential with the character, even like in live action.
Dude, I love Moon Knight. I want to see more Moon Knight
Yeah,
in the MCU.
yeah,
Um, I found the show was well done. I
yeah.
don't
I
know
didn't
why.
mind it.
Yeah, like
I liked it.
I don't know why there was a lot of hate towards it, but
Again, I don't know. I assume the hate came from people who are true, like hardcore Moon Knight people. So there he goes again. I'm not gonna. Who am I to speak against that, right? Like I assume the hardcore Moon Knight people who knew and read everything maybe didn't like certain things. He needed more Moon Knight. See, like, I didn't know. I walked into that thing not knowing nothing, knew nothing of the guy. So
yeah. Yeah, no. Well, I think that's fun though to walk into a show without any previous, knowledge on the character and just taking it in for what it was. And I thought it was a fair show. Obviously, I would have liked to see things differently. I think the show could have been better, but it was still good
But dude,
regardless.
you know what else though? Sorry, just because Ozzy made a point. Also, though, a decent time to grab like his books are way down. Not bad buys for like obviously if you're a fan you want to keep absolutely, but for future spec, I think when the market's down, Moon Knight's a good book to have in your collection.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to North 49 who's here in the chat. Guys, thank you for your patience, of course, with the computer issues that I was just having, but now we're good to go. So let's keep it rolling because up next we got Mystique number 2. Yo, check this sick 1 in 50 incentive. That was done by Franny, and I think it's a gorgeous cover. I'm not too sure if this is available on a regular trade, but yeah, if it's available in a trade, I'm going trade. I don't think it is, but damn, this is well done.
Yeah, I think it's a dope cover. Again, I don't know anything about the character, but it's cool, and I always appreciate seeing guns on the covers of books in 2024, where
Yeah.
that could not always happen.
Yeah, it is. It is available in a trade, by the way, guys. Just checked. It's gorgeous. Even with the trade, man, I would happily pick this up. I think it's a very well done cover, man. But anyways, we'll keep it rolling because here's a big book. Apparently, we have Spider Boy issue 13 now. This is labeled the spoiler cover, but thank you, Lefteros, for showing us what the cover is here, because Spider-Boy 13 has the first in-story appearance of Hulkette. Now, if you're wondering what Hulkette is, who that is, Sensational She-Hulk #1 had a new Champions variant. If you remember those new Champions variants, they were letting us know about some of these characters that were coming via the new Champions variants that were available. So this is clearly not the first cover appearance, but it is the first in-story appearance. So if you dug the character from what you saw and you want to learn more about this character, you have a good opportunity right now to pick this up. And I'm enjoying Spider-Boy, bro. I know
Yeah, I actually hear it's fun. I heard it's way better than ASM, to be honest. But I mean,
everything is.
I grabbed this when I just heard it was like a secret. Sometimes I grab those secret things because it's fun with like the kids, right? But then when
Yeah.
I saw it was Hulkette, I figured, okay, that's cool. Definitely my daughter will dig that, right? So
Yeah.
I don't mind that I pulled this.
Yeah. No, you did good, man. Props to you for buying books for your kids, bro. That's the way it's
Dude,
done.
most of if you on Wednesday, most of them are for them. Like there's it's specking for them.
Yeah.
Wait, this is another book for you, young girl.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely.
Are
Cheer.
you talking about the Spider Boy run, or like is that what he's referring to?
Oh no, just what Hulkette, right? So this is a good
Yes, yeah.
opportunity. Yeah, for her
Yeah,
to
yeah, no. I do, and you know what? I was on the Spider Boy. Like I got like the first appearance, all that, like the 1 in 20. Like I think there's some potential there. Again, don't go nuts, but I think the people who got it, you got it.
Yeah.
You're good. And the ones who didn't, then did you bring the box? In?
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Now,
Mhm.
check out the next book, guys. We have Absolute Batman, the Noir edition for #1. There's the cover A that is a noir. There's the all black cover. It's a blank, which is, I think it's awesome to have. If you could get somebody to do a sick, sketch on that or remarks, whatever it is you're into, that's a good pickup as well. But this also has a foil of this cover A available. I'm not into the foil stuff, although I think the black and white in a foil might pop, man. I think that might look real cool. But anyways, if you missed out on Absolute Batman #1, dude, I want to pick this up just to read this again now in like pure black and white.
And look, it's something I can weigh in on because I read this. So hold on. So let me tell you why I'm a little not concerned. So I pulled the noir edition, but now is there a no like is the black and white one the noir or is there two? I never saw black and white on League.
What do you mean? Like the noir is the
So there
noir
was a
edition?
noir edition book, but it didn't look black and white when I went to pull it. So like, is there two different like no? Is
It's
there a black?
this is the noir
So
edition.
then I'm good. Okay. Oh yeah. So okay. So then I'm good. Okay. So let's talk about the book. Okay. So here. So I enjoyed the book. Okay. 100%. I enjoyed, especially a take like that. But like I mentioned to you, possibly and others, like I still thought that I like Gargoyle of Gotham better.
Yeah.
Just even though it's a totally different like book, I appreciate this a lot. But
Bro,
and again, I know
grandpa kills it on that book.
yeah, and I know the delays are brutal, but I'm telling everybody, if you have not read the first 2 issues of Gargoyle of Gotham, I promise you, read that book. Read that book. I mean, this is dope too. I'm excited. Let's talk Absolute, but Gargoyle and Absolute are definitely books you need to be reading if you're a Batman fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Couldn't have said it any better. But speaking absolute Batman, there's the noir edition, but we have issue two, guys.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Chia, I said it was. I enjoyed Absolute. I liked it. It's great. I love the take on it. I liked Gargoyle better. I thought because you were the one actually, BC, that said like this was
Ultimate Spider-Man
for DC, and I get that, especially because it's like a different like telling. But I felt like at the same, remember, Ultimate Spider-Man 1 came out at the same time as Gargoyle of Gotham, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I felt like those two were like similar, even though they were different perspectives.
Yeah.
Let them delay the ground. Yeah. Either way, again, I'm rambling. Do your thing, bro.
No, you're not rambling, dude. I want your perspective on things. I think it's very important to have these discussions where you're saying you like the Gargoyle one better, and I don't disagree with you on certain points because I think Grandpa, like I said, he's killing it. Art wise alone. It is visually stunning.
And maybe Letheros or someone can weigh in because I've asked like the Comic Con podcast, I've asked multiple people, and I get what she is saying, like let them cook, but like, dude, the delay between issue 2 and 3 is literally like I think it's gonna be like 6 to 8 months. Like I'm not an artist, so like I can't be like hurry it up kind of thing. Yeah. But that hurts the book so much that had a lot of momentum. So if anybody can explain to me how a book that good and well received gets delayed nearly a year, please someone let me know, please.
Yeah, it does suck. Delays suck, dude. The Department of Truth was delayed. Something is killing the children. Had delays.
But those weren't necessarily delayed. Those were just like stopping points.
Yeah, but those delays for me kind of sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was going back to it. I was like, oh fuck! Like I almost forgot some of the things that even took place. But shout out to Trev, who's here in the chat, man. Guys, Trev's going live 10 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely after the show, go show some love. Subscribe to Trev because Trev's doing some great things over there. But Absolute Batman issue number 2, Greg, first cover appearance of Absolute Alfred Pennyworth. That's right, we got Alfred, guys. Alfred's badass as hell within the book, and it's neat to see him here on a first cover appearance, man.
Yeah, he's got the Ra's al Ghul kind of thing going, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with what Letheros said too. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I think I would have preferred a book like that to be completed before releasing the first issue.
So here's the thing. So remember when I was hardcore, when Chip Zdarsky kind of started on Batman and the failsafe arc to me is still like, dude, that shit was incredible. That arc was flawless. And when I met Chip and I talked to him, he's like, well, I pitched about a year's worth is essentially what he said. So like kind of to what Letheros said, it's like, I get it. Like things happen and I get it. Let an artist be an artist, but it's weird that again, you're only talking about it's going into issue 3. Like, how do you not have that kind of, even DC as the people investing in this idea, it's like, okay, we should have this kind of locked and loaded, right?
Yeah. Ready to go, man. Yeah, I want all content to be treated that way, though. You know what I mean? Like, don't just give me one issue and then or 2 issues and then fuck, we get a huge gap, right? But anyways, is what it is.
Yeah, like Sam said. Yeah,
I'm still gonna pick it up and give it a read. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, issue 2. I pulled the series, so I'm grabbing this entire series.
Yeah. No, Jay, man, I appreciate you being here. Whether you're late or early, I appreciate you rocking at any point within the show. So thank you so much for being here. But anyways, on Absolute Batman number 2, we don't just have this cool cover with obviously the first cover appearance of Alfred, but there's another cool cover that I really like, and it's this one right here by Daniel Warren Johnson. Very neat. If you're not familiar with Daniel Warren Johnson, I suggest you guys go pick up some of the stuff happening in the Energon universe. Go visit Transformers, because I think you'll highly enjoy it. But this cover right here, dude, the cover G.
Dude, I gotta try and see if I can get. I didn't pull this, and like it gives me.
Look to your right. Look to your right. ComicLegion.ca.
I know. Of course, I'll hit you up. No doubt. I'm saying, but this cover is sick. But hold on, to go to Chia's thing, they dropped. When did Chip get dropped from Batman? He's not dropped from Batman.
Well, yeah, they did announce today. That
really,
yeah. So Yeah, or it was
Wow.
announced yesterday. We'll get into some of that talk in
Oh,
just
my
a
bad,
bit.
my bad. Okay, oh, wow, I had no idea. Sorry, dude, when I'm wrestling on the weekend, like, I kinda lose track
Oh,
of,
don't
and a
worry.
lot of shit happens on
I
the week.
like the organic convo, bro. It's not
Yeah,
like we're coming into this prepped. We're gonna have a straight
mm-mm,
up
no
talk, bro.
prep.
That's what two bros do.
Yeah,
Panosian is the best one in my opinion. I agree, bro. Like
yeah,
cover wise, it's so good.
and I'm a cover A guy, but dude, like, damn,
I'm
jeez,
getting both. I'm getting both. Well, I'm actually getting three, bro.
I might
So yeah,
need
and there's
to,
a Jay Lee. I like the Jay Lee too, man. So I might
no, I
go
think I
four.
want this one, bro. I might
Yeah,
have to hit you guys up. I
do
might
it,
need
man.
to.
Do it. But there's also a 1 in 25 incentive, which is pretty intense, man.
Damn,
Absolute Batman and Part Animals cover depiction by Jeffrey Allen Love. I think this is sick. Dude, like this definitely has a vibe to it. Cover wise, I think this is definitely worthy of being an incentive. Although I do agree, man. Like, yes, it's a beautiful 1 in 25, but I'm still favoring the Panosian, man. The Panosian is
yeah,
just so
same,
good. So
same.
good.
It's a dope. It is a sick cover. That's what I like about this absolute world and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a sick. Yeah, that's a sick
Yeah.
cover. That's a sick cover. But no, not. I'm not paying 25 though.
Yeah. Yo, Izzy versus in the house. How's it going, Izzy, man? Appreciate you coming to swing by and hang out with myself and Paperweight tonight. Going through the FOC picks of the week, which we're pretty much close to wrapping up. So, up next, we have G.I. Joe #1. I spoke Energon Universe, and you definitely want to be hopping in on some of the G.I. Joe stuff. That's right, G.I. Joe Energon Universe. Oh, dude, I'm so pumped. First full appearance and cover of Risk. But guys, hang tight because it doesn't end here with the cover A. No, there are so many covers available, but this right here being the thumbnail for
This is the
tonight
thumbnail, not
is just,
251.
it's just too good, bro. That's right, man.
Hey, but
Cover
look, I'm
two.
getting better. See, I'm like, I knew it was a Frizen. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you had to hit that Frizen cover.
Yeah, dude. Frizen, but I'm gonna be honest. There's the Frizen and the Sozo Micah that I'm gonna be picking up because
I don't
both
think I
of
saw
them are gorgeous. I think Sozo killed it on that cover. You have this beautiful cover of Chameleon, and there's the foil. But I'm gonna go regular. Like I said, I'm not the biggest foil collector, but man, I think if there's a book I would love for Jenny Frizen to sign, it's this one right here. It's just so good, so good.
So yeah, cover Q. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly. We can go back to cover A. So here's my thing. So this is gonna sound really weird and maybe corny. So the GI Joe #1, Transformer #1, Void Rival. Like I've got all those, right? I
Yeah,
think there's a lot of great potential, and I had a feeling that those things were gonna do well, especially story wise. But I am not reading any of these, and you want to know why? And this is gonna sound so weird because I feel like similar to Star Wars, I feel like the Transformers GI Joe brand and legacy is so well respected that I would feel like such a poser jumping in now. I
yeah.
feel like I'm the type of person I'm gonna go do my homework. Like I'm gonna go back,
Nah,
read, and
bro.
there's just too much. I'm just saying that's me. I'm not saying you gotta. I don't need your sympathy, bro. I don't need you to be like, oh, it's all
I'm
good,
not.
bro.
I'm not giving you the. Oh, it's all good. I'm just telling you, don't feel like a poser because the way they're building this Void Rivals
It
Energon
sounds,
universe.
dude. I hear it's like every time I go to the shop, I hear like Transformers is insane. I hear Destro's insane. I know this stuff is good. I buy it. I'm just not reading it. It's more for like the kids, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But anyways, we do have this beautiful cover. Like I said, there's a lot of covers available for GI Joe #1, but there's also a banger 1 in 100 incentive by John Boy Mayers. You got Risk and Baroness on the cover. I dig. I love John Boy's work, but I still feel like some of the covers available at cover price are just too good.
Dude, I was gonna say that the Frizen deserves a $100
Yeah.
price tag more than. No, I'm not saying this is bad, but for
No, it's
one in
not.
100, nah.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Appreciate that,
Um,
Baker.
is he dropping some knowledge here, saying GI Joe #1 will have a big surprise ending? So I look forward to seeing what that ending is gonna be, man. Just for the read alone, I'm picking this up, but there's a lot of good covers, man. The Frizen is an absolute banger. But also on the list, we've got Laura Kinney, Wolverine #1. This is the Campbell variant. Campbell doing his thing, man. And of course, it's not only just available in a trade, you have it available in a 1 in 100. Don't be surprised if these are already available on his website. If you want to get those 9/8 or whatever signed, it's I love seeing this because normally this is something that would be exclusive, especially to his website, right? So anytime you have the opportunity to pick up such a nice cover by J. Scott Campbell, for me it's a given. Take my money. It's yours. I want this.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. And no, it's Latheros, I meant like for the kids, meaning like for future, like for potential spec. And yes,
Yeah.
some things to read, but no, I don't let my kids like watch TV without me, let alone let them read like
Yeah.
crazy books. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. But sick cover. I absolutely love this. So this is an absolute pickup for me. Now,
That's a sick
guys, those were the FOC picks of the week by Lefteros. Please go support our brother Lefteros and go follow him over on Instagram because he is constantly dropping information over on Instagram and he does this for free 99, guys. Doesn't get shit for this. But you have also comicnation.us if you're interested in ordering any of these books and you're in the United States. You can get these books already with a 15% off the cover price. Use Black Crown as the discount code to get an additional 5% off. And if you're in Canada, go visit comiclegion.ca where you have 20% off of the cover price. But if it's your first order, use discount code ENLIST to get an additional 5% off of your first order. And guys, Covrprice. Go subscribe to Covrprice over on YouTube because you will catch myself along with the crew doing the weekly shakers every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, go visit the website. Use the website. I encourage you because, man, you have tons of cool features on the website where you can catalog your books to see what's shaking daily over on there, the top 10 lists, etc. So much good stuff. So yeah, go visit coverprice.com. All right, Mr. Paperweight, we got through.
We did it, bro.
We got through the first segment with a couple resets. I apologize for that.
These guys are gonna on Black Friday. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of like trades of Transformers and Void. I'm gonna
Just
get
do
into this shit now. God damn it,
Just do it. But all right, bro. Let's get into the market report. You ready?
dude! Come on now.
I know
No
you're ready.
giveaway? Nah, no giveaway.
All right, guys. We're gonna get into the market report. Yo, did you see that background thing? That was pretty cool. But anyways, we're gonna get into the market report. There's a lot of cool books, but like I said, guys, now that we're moving into a new platform, we're gonna enter the attitude era. What do I mean by that? Well, you're gonna notice subtle changes happening within the
BC's gonna moon the camera. The paint
no.
pants are gonna come down. The paint pants are gonna peel
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Between the hours of 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. You know exactly which promo I'm going with. But no, you're going to notice we're going to get a little bit of a facelift going. So, guys, let me bring you to the market report where I go and check out books that hit lists and multiple lists, whether it be the House of Stein, CBSI, Key Collector, Covrprice, Go Collect, eBay. If you have a YouTube channel and you're showing off some of the sales that are taking place within the week, I'm definitely checking them out. But most importantly, we got the Baker Shakers. So let's kick it off to see what was on all these lists, especially Michael
What a
Baker.
gem, dude! What a friggin' this guy's.
He is a gem. We gotta make him a logo. All right, guys. I spoke about Sensational She-Hulk #1, and here you have the first cover appearance of Hulkette. The cover is done by Mirka Andolfo. Ron Near Mint was selling at $40 Canadian, which is madness. Came in at #3 on CBSI. So, Greg, now that you know about the character, you see some of the love that's happening on the secondary market when it comes to this book. FOMO, baby.
We've talked FOMO. You know my take on that. Look, I appreciate you, Covrprice, and other channels that are transparent. Even certain influencers. Once you see it on the list, don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? And for it to have legs, like I don't know, right? It might be too soon. If you love it and you have the money, do as your heart's content. But like they said, if it's on the list, don't buy it just yet.
Yeah,
But cool cover.
Already $40 Canadian, and Chia, I saw even some higher sales afterwards, man. Yes, a Baker Shaker logo is definitely needed. Call up Shop for Comics if we need to. I think that's a good idea. Guys, if you're watching live and if you're watching the replay after the fact, please let me know what you guys think of the new design for the market report. Because, yeah, I want to make sure everybody's happy. If anybody's unhappy, well, then we're going to make Paperweight come up with a new idea when it comes to the layout. So, up next, Wolverine and the X-Men #4. This is a 1 in 50 ratio cover by Mark Brooks. CGC 98 sold for 500 Canadian dollars, and it is a Baker Shaker this week. Dude, it's crazy because the Venomized stuff, I always talk about the Venomized books back when they were happening. This particular ratio, man, it's holding, bro. It's at 500 Canadian dollars in a CGC 98. It's a neat cover, but I feel like this is a cover that I could get like at a cover price. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel
Here's the
like
thing I'm gonna
a
say. Again,
yeah.
technically as like a newbie, even though this is like a cool cover, whatever, forget the price. These type of ratio, like I not too long ago, I sold all the stuff I had acquired when I kind of came into the hobby. I had sold, right? These are the kinds of books that you surprisingly, when you buy large collections and people are only focused on the key, you will find these kinds of books in at least that's been my experience. Like there's certain books that everybody knows, and then there's kind of obscure ones that people don't necessarily know unless you're like hardcore with your list.
Yeah,
um but yeah, like dude, you know how many Venom books I've seen that I've sold for like $5 that are like now on all these lists,
crazy.
as of late. But it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got SNMC in the house saying, "Yeah, I got one of that." Yo, shout out to you, man, because this is a fucking awesome book. I think it looks amazing. This is totally a Jeb book, and he's saying that this is actually cheap for that. And he's not wrong because when I was looking at previous sales, man, I've seen them going for higher, bro. I saw $700 Canadian. This commands good coin, and it's very interesting to see how even after such a long time, they're they're holding, bro. These are holding. So
That's good.
pretty interesting, man. Yeah, Wolverine and the X-Men, number 4, CGC 98, 500 Canadian dollars. But up next, we have Terrifier number 1. Yeah. We're in Halloween season, and this particular character has been getting
That's
a
sick.
lot of love. A
Yeah.
lot of love. Now, here we have the adaptation of the film. There's only 6 blue
Yeah.
labels on the CGC census in a CGC 98, and it's sold for 1,000 US dollars. That is very impressive. Again, Baker Shaker.
See, sorry, bro. So now this is a book where, again, forget the price tag, because to me something is like, especially something where there's not a lot of them, it's as valuable as someone's willing to pay for it, right? So this is where we can talk a little differently, like not just comics. Like
Yeah.
Terrifier is becoming, a Freddy Krueger, a Jason, like the
Yes.
Scream mask. You're seeing them at Halloween things. So, I've never even seen this, so I'm sure if again, I don't know if it's a high print count, probably not. But this is a book that
Ah,
if you come across it in the wild, grab it, like, because I think this will continue to raise up.
yeah, dude, I don't disagree with you, man. I think it's got tons and tons of potential. As you said, the character is getting a lot of love and becoming very
Good
much of a
job,
household
Baker.
name, bro. Household name. So yeah, Terrifier number 1, CGC 98, 1,000 US dollars, man. That
Fuck yeah.
is that
Dude,
is
and
up
look,
there.
six on the label, on like only 6 blue label, like that price tag is like, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now check out this bullseye number 1. Scotty Young, baby. Yes, covered done by Scotty Young. 17 CGC 98s on the census when it comes to this. And I could imagine it's relatively tough being an all black cover. CGC 98 sold for 350 US dollars.
Damn.
Baker Shaker this week. I remember we were talking just earlier about meeting Scotty Young. I saw a guy in line with this book and it stood out to me. He had a stack
But
that
this
he was
isn't that
getting
old,
some.
that this book, right?
No, dude. Well, no, it's not that old, man. But the guy had a fucking stack of books that he was gonna get signed by Scotty Young, and it was guys like him that discouraged me from wanting to even do the line for Scotty
That's
Young.
sick.
And
I mean,
yeah, man, I saw this book and it stood out to me right away. I guess using the negative space with the costume and everything, it just looked amazing in person. I think the photo actually doesn't even do justice, but great sale, 350 US dollars. That's very impressive.
yeah, no, that's a sick cover. And look, 17 on the census because of that all black. I mean, no doubt. I mean, that's a sick cover. I thought I saw a negative space bullseye one recently. That's why I thought, when I'm like, is this new? Obviously, I know it's modern, but I thought I saw something similar like really recently, but probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
2012, 2015. So there you go. But anyways, it's a beautiful book. So bullseye number 1, CGC 98, $350. Now, Amazing Fantasy 15. No, not that Amazing Fantasy 15. This is the one where we have the first appearance of Amadeus Cho. The reason why this book started to gain traction again is because we got casting rumors that Amadeus Cho is going to be making his way into the MCU, and the casting choice apparently is Logan Kim. I'm not too familiar with Logan Kim, but CGC 98, 430 US dollars. Baker Shaker this week. That's relatively low compared to what this book was going for during the pandemic. In the pandemic, dude, this was up there.
I was gonna say, like, what were the previous sales? Because this seems like an odd, like a
It,
pretty
it, it it was
hefty.
way up there, way up
Okay.
there. I remember this book going. It was hovering around $1,000.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But again, that was during that time, right? This
Oh, it was a big
course
peak. Yeah,
corrected. Yeah.
it was crazy. But again, now we're starting to see some traction here. So I'm curious to know, chat, what do you guys think? Are you a buyer or are you gonna pass on this one? Because Amadeus Cho is a great character, very interesting. But like I said, the book has gone up in the past. Now finding its level here at 430 US dollars. So
But
we'll
that comes down to
see.
print count too, right, bro? Like if you can find, I'm not saying they're easy to find, but if these are out there, you know what I mean? You could kind of maybe wait to see if you can find one in the
Yeah,
wild.
they're out there, bro. I see some people even in some of the chats we're in, trying to sell this book in a lower grade than a 9.8. I think it's like a 9.6 or a 9. Yeah, I think it was a 9.6. Relatively cheap. And people are not biting. They're just not biting.
Yeah, I feel like a book like this, you want it in the high. You're not. I don't think the 9.6 is going to do much. Like I don't
Yeah.
think it's worth going after. Like
Chia.
again, unless if that's what you want.
Yeah, Chia, thank you for the reminder because I remember talking about last week how he did play in the Ghostbusters movies, but I totally forgot about that. Very low
Oh, very
print.
low print. Okay,
Uh,
then that makes sense. Okay, then
yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the next book because up next we have Captain Marvel 17. Now I felt this would be interesting to revisit with you guys, especially the live chat, because here we have the first full appearance of Phyla Vell. We had a Phyla Vell appearance in the MCU within Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And this book
9.8.
has come down significantly. A CGC 9.8 selling only at 95 US dollars. Baker Shaker this week. This is simply to revisit, guys, because I'm curious to know as well with this book. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 saw the introduction. Clearly, we'll see Phyla Vell again, but
Yeah,
this is very low for such a book, in my opinion. I remember this going raw for the same price, if
I don't.
not
I
even
feel like
more.
Uni X or Marvel. Someone I remember seeing this like constantly on IG stories. So I mean, but that's what's cool about. Even though people are like, "Oh, what's to talk about this book? $95. Like, how is that?" You know. But it's good because people who don't know that always wanted this book now you can get it for less than 100 US. You know. So if you instead of paying 500, here's your chance. That's why I hate the word FOMO.
Yeah.
Here's your chance. Get it at 95 before it's 500. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very fair points, bro. I'd be picking it up now. It's a good opportunity. So that's pretty much why I wanted to show off the book, just to revisit, man.
It's
Because
cool.
I
It's a
think
cool cover too. It's a cool cover.
it's a very I have the book, bro. I had posted it for sale for $20.
Yeah,
Nobody bid on it, and it was a 9.8 candidate. I'm happy nobody took it because it's still
but
sitting here.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I don't like when people talk about FOMO. It's like it's like you follow the market. If the market says it's $20, it's $20. If the
Yeah.
market says it's 500, it's 500.
Yeah.
Spend, get in where you can because then you're chasing and then you're kind of getting led down the wrong path. Like they'll
Yeah.
always come back down for the most part, right?
Exactly. But anyways,
Cover
Captain Marvel,
sucks.
95 US dollars. Check this out. This is a cool book, bro. Blade number 2. Now, it's funny because we've seen Blade number 1 several times, the Bart Sears covers, but here we have a photo cover variant. Now, the book that sold was actually signed by Wesley Snipes. CGC Signature Series in a 9.6 sold for 1,300 US dollars. Baker Shaker. And the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is just listen, all right? When it comes to this book, you can pick up this book graded in a 9.8 for less than like $100, $80, somewhere there. Look what that signature brings to the table when it comes to value.
I have a
And
couple.
it's funny. It's funny because at the same time, when I was looking at this, Michael Baker sent me a 9.8 of Captain Marvel issue 2 with Brie Larson on it, signed by Brie Larson. $300.
So you remember at Terrificon, we saw some Blade books, and we always kind of bump each other and like point it out, right? There was like a one or two issue or something. I can't remember, but do you remember like the times that we were in line and we were
uh,
looking at Blade books?
well, I picked up the Bart Sears Blade books. I know Hyper picked up some. You were just fixated on Batman books for some reason that weekend. You were
Well,
picking
no,
up.
and that ASM 61. But listen, here's my thing. You want to know? You want to know again? I don't know how often Wesley signs. I'm assuming not. But you
Yeah.
want to know why I think this stuff you're going to see Blade stuff start to go more. The more you hear about these like these writers and directors falling out and the push for Wesley, I could totally see them being like fucking throw their papers up, shrug their shoulders. Let's throw Wesley in this bitch and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because he'll probably take the paycheck at this point. I'm not saying they're going to do that or they should. I'm just saying the more that this goes out in the ethos about Wesley coming back as Blade, I wouldn't be shocked if this happens.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. But you know who's here and they're late, but it's better late than never. It's our brother Rocksteady,
There he
man. Yo,
is.
Rocksteady did some
We
big
talked about him
things.
earlier.
Yeah, big things this weekend. Somebody I'm very proud of, man. I love calling this guy my friend because he's just one of the most genuine, nicest
Dude,
guys in the world.
a
And
gem, bro.
yeah, dude,
Fuck.
and amazing to party with.
Like
That
one
is
of
a
the
whole other
nicest
story.
human beings I've ever met.
Yeah. But I couldn't agree more, man. And he did big things this weekend, which I'm not going to say anything. I imagine you might see it in post. So shout out to Rocksteady. But yeah, Blade number 2, signed copy by Wesley Snipes in a CGC Signature Series 96, $1,300. All right. This is interesting and it's fun because Sonic the Hedgehog issue 196 in a newsstand edition. There's only 12 total copies on the CGC census, and unfortunately, we do not see if it's newsstand or not. CGC 96, $500. It was a Baker Shaker. This book is much, much cheaper in a direct. Let me tell you, we ain't in the 3 digits when it comes to that book. But Sonic books in general do very well in the secondary market, especially when it comes to these Archies. Many of my friends, including myself, are
Yeah.
picking up the Sonic runs. You know firsthand because you saw me going through bins at Terrificon. But Sonic the Hedgehog books, especially in newsstands, at this point, if you come across one, definitely pick it up.
Yeah, dude, you know what? And I see you newbie, so many people like this, the Sonic stuff like Knuckles, it seems to have like legs. You know what I mean? I'm not saying something that probably isn't already known or obvious, but I know when everyone knows about the Mario books and the Zelda books, but there was a lot of that talk and articles coming out about kind of like video games and video game comics and yada yada. I
Yeah.
think these kind of characters that are beloved or stood the test of time, I think you can find these books, even like almost filler ones, if they're in good condition, you might want to grab it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. Michael Baker saying every Sonic book I find seems to be for a big price. Sonic collectors are becoming like Spawn collectors on training wheels. Yeah. Well said. Well said, man.
Baker, that's fact. That's
Yep.
funny.
Yeah, exactly, man. But pretty impressive sales. CGC 96 of this book sold for $500. Now, we're going to get into another fun shaker that Michael Baker shared with me, and it was Godzilla issue 24. It's the newsstand edition as well. So, since we're on the topic of newsstands, this was the last issue of the Godzilla King of Monsters stuff, and issue 24 has appearances of the Avengers, Spidey, Fantastic Four. There was even Shield in it. CGC 98 sold for $503. Again, Baker Shaker. And that newsstand premium on this one definitely, if you go on eBay and check those sales, you'll notice a difference.
See, bro, this is what I love and appreciate about your show and like what Baker does. Like I have no idea about this book. It looks sick. Like,
Yeah.
and that. See, forget again, price aside. To me, that's a key. Like, that's an important book to, I guess, have. It looks amazing. There's some significance to it. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not. You don't see it every day. Again, I don't know if there's a lot of them or not. It's just. It's so sick. And now after like -1.
Yeah.
If that God, like I feel like the franchise is rejuvenated. That's the only Godzilla movie I ever watched, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty comfortable saying it's probably the best one ever. You know what I mean? Like this is amazing. I've never seen this. This is sick.
Yeah, it's incredible. Wonderful book to have in your collection, whether you're a Godzilla fan or even for the little piece of history over the fact it's the last issue.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
some titles when it comes to those last issues tend to do relatively well. But here we have the newsstand edition.
Just,
I think the appearances by Avengers, Spidey, and then you have Fantastic Four, Shield. With Godzilla, it definitely is interesting. But a CGC 98 at a newsstand, $503. Rocksteady saying I'm falling more and more in love with
yeah,
Godzilla. I don't blame you, dude. Especially with a lot of the content that's been dropping in the last year plus. Right? We had Monarch. We had
dude. I
obviously.
feel -1. was the honesty that did it. Like
It
that's
was
what it
fucking
takes. A good
amazing.
character, a good movie, a good show. Like I feel like now the Godzilla franchise and brand is you're gonna see more and more stuff. 100%. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was so good. -1 was amazing. Even Godzilla and Kong, bro, I really enjoyed it.
I don't know if I don't think I saw that, but
It
-1, bro.
it's on, I think it's on Netflix or Crave or whatever it is,
I'll
but
check that.
yeah, I watched it. It was so good.
Oh, for sure there is, bro. They've been around forever. Godzilla and Kong's been around before us, like no doubt.
Yeah, dude, definitely way before us.
Yeah,
So
like no
yeah.
doubt.
Exactly. But yeah, pretty impressive sale, $503. Now, check this out. I think you might enjoy this. This is why we put it on the list for tonight with Michael Baker. New
Appreciate that.
York, World's Fair, 1940. This is a little piece of history here. And you also have the first appearance of Batman, Superman, and Robin on the same cover, which is pretty cool
Wow.
here. CGC zero point 0.5, bro. And I swear to God, zero point 0.5, it was page 48 of this book that was missing, and it sold for 1,195 US dollars. And the zero point 0.5 presented very well. So whoever picked that up, I think they did a great job picking up this book.
This is sick. I mean, again, obviously I'm a DC guy, but like what I guess the kind of cool thing with DC is like that golden age and old like that era, right? Books are always a little bit more expensive because of how old they are. But like look at the covers. I mean, if Marvel would have been Marvel in the 30s, 40s, 50s, it would have been awesome, right? To talk about it now too. But it just so happened to be these incredible characters. But like this cover is, and to be honest, to me, again, price, it just depends on what the market is saying. Like that doesn't seem crazy. I know it's a 0.5, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem crazy for the first appearance of Batman, Superman, and Robin on the same cover.
Yeah.
Like I see pieces of dumps in slabs go for that price.
You know what? You're spot on. If I had the money, I would definitely be choosing
Yeah,
this over multiple other books. I think this is a great piece of history. The
yeah.
fact you have the first,
History. I told
yeah,
that was one of the things that got me into it, into
yeah,
this hobby. Not to like go off, but it's like this is one of the oldest pastimes, like from the West, like North America. Like I
yeah,
don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like comics really blew up here first. At least that's my perception of it. So
for sure, dude.
the history of it is amazing.
Yeah, I love the history of comics, man. And the
Oh,
more I'm, I getting, not my collection growing, but like I'm starting to lean towards the older silver golden
narrowing
age.
it down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was
100%,
having a
bro.
conversation with a friend in one of our chats, and I was like, I'm even willing to sell off half of my collection. Like
Yep.
I have easily well over 12,000 books, and I would be more than happy to cut it by half and really focus on those particular books. I want some of
'Cause,
those
bro, that's
silver
what.
keys, golden
Yeah.
age.
You can get like even if it's modern, you can have and keep the stuff you love. But if
Yeah,
there's some stuff that you can I'm not saying like your people are hoarding because like again, I don't have nearly what you have, but there's like a couple things where it's like that's why when I sold stuff, it's like I need to focus on not just the stuff that is gonna stand in terms of value, but like historically is super sick because the way we look at stuff now from like the 60s, what is that stuff's gonna look like when we're
yeah,
like 60, 70 years old?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but beautiful book. CGC
Yeah,
zero
sick.
point
Good
0.5 of New
find, man.
York World's Fair 1940 sold for 1,195 US dollars, man.
Mm,
Now, we're
interesting.
going to get into the cover price daily shaker side of things here because Vampirella #3, it was also a Baker shaker, just to put that out there because he shared this with me as well. But this beautiful cover by Bruce Timm is limited to 1,500 copies. CGC 98 sold for 900 US dollars. It was the top sale for this book ever. So this is the biggest sale that's ever taken place for this book. Shout out to Cover Price for sharing that information. Available on their website. I think the cover is a banger. It's
Cool.
gorgeous cover. Gorgeous
It's
cover.
it's cool. And Vampirella is one of those characters too, like similar to like Venom and Spawn, where you have those hardcores that will buy Vampirella, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. But I think this is a gorgeous book. Very impressive sale. So, being the biggest sale, definitely had to highlight this.
Yeah.
It's funny because I always ask myself, does anybody even read Vampiro? Like,
The
are
covers
we?
are cool. Even I was given did you see that one? I got that acetate with the bloody acetate signed by
Yes,
Art Germ.
yes.
Like that's a sick cover.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Yeah, Bruce Timm, baby. Love it. Absolutely love it. Crushed it on this cover. CGC 98 sold for 900 US dollars. It was a cover price
Yeah.
daily shaker, highest sale recorded to date. Now, Let's get into New York Comic Con territory. We're going to talk some exclusives because we have Avengers Assemble issue number 2. This is from New York Comic Con this year. Libremio cover, black and white version, limited to 600. Before I even get into the sale, the fucking cover is insane. But
Yeah.
CGT 98, $200 US. Cover price daily shaker. Biggest sale recorded for now. We'll see by tomorrow. I would imagine this goes up because this is insanely good.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous cover, especially in black. Look, we don't need to go over it. When it's limited to, I think most people know it's probably not just limited to that, but nonetheless, probably not a ton more. But I feel like for this price, even though CGC seems to be doing a ton of sales in terms of like what they're offering for the services, $200 for this isn't, it's not a huge ask. Now, is it going to blow up to a ton? I don't know, but I mean that's a sick cover. Again, the cost of it depends on what you're willing to spend on it. That's
Yeah.
a sick cover.
Yeah, absolutely. And Uni, I swear to God, I thought of you when I saw this book, man, because it's totally up your alley of a book I would see in your collection. But
Hey, man,
yeah,
that's
I agree
money.
with you. Paying 200 is up there, but
Yeah,
it's a CGC 98 pre-sale, so I think the person just wanted a guaranteed 98 on the book, so is
sick
what it
cover
is.
though. That's one of the sickest. Like that's a dope cover. That's one of the sickest Doom covers I've seen.
Yeah, man, it's wicked, man.
Yeah.
$200 US. But check this out. Fame Michael Jordan. And we have it as a New York Comic Con 2024 exclusive. It was Big Time Collectibles, Miko Suyan. You have a metal cover, by the way. This is metal. Limited to 50. Raw near mint, selling at $100 US. Cover price daily shaker. It was the highest sale recorded for now. But what I love about this, man, you got MJ, you got obviously Kobe there. My opinion, two of the best of all time.
Those are the two goats in my opinion. I mean,
Exactly.
Jordan won, but I honestly I put Kobe
Yeah.
above the other. Yeah, personally.
Which other? You talking LeBron?
LeBron. People, yeah, to me, I
Oh
put
yeah,
Jordan and Kobe. For me, to me, Jordan, there's no argument. Like we can debate that Kobe and the Braun thing, but
yeah,
oh man,
bro.
uh,
I didn't even care for the Chicago Bulls, but when MJ was playing, I was dedicated to watching fucking basketball at that point in time. Like I
and
remember growing up relatively young in the '90s, watching MJ, and I was like, "Yo, fixated, glued to the TV." I fell in love with the sport because of Michael Jordan.
of course, bro, I had a Bulls jacket when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
of course, bro.
Jordan and Kobe, no LeBron needed,
And,
100%.
and what I appreciate about those two, I'm not saying LeBron isn't like that, but we haven't seen like documentaries. Jordan, especially, maybe I don't know as much Kobe, like animal. Like to me, that's like an athlete. That's how I want all my athletes to be, like Jordan, a fucking animal. That's what I expect out of pro athletes. That
Exactly.
competitive savage. That is like I'm drawn to that. Like I gravitate to that. Like
Yeah, bro.
animal.
Especially when
He
you're
will
making that
smash his kid
yeah.
in the face with a
Yeah.
ball if it means getting that basket. Like that's what I'm talking about.
That's the grind, bro. When you're an athlete of such caliber, man, and you are making that coin, that's what you want. And in my eyes, these are the goats, 100% when it comes to b-ball.
I never this fucking Chia, bro. I never said LeBron is a. I never said he's. I mean, I think he's a shitty person, but I mean, as a ball player, I think he's incredible.
Yeah,
Definitely one of the goats. I never said he's trash, bro.
yeah. Everybody was a Bulls fan in the '90s. Agreed with you, Derek,
Of
man.
course,
Yeah. And then I watched Space Jam, and I loved them even more. But Sam saying I
that's the
still
real
have,
movie.
yeah, I still have my Jordan jersey from '96. That's crazy, absolutely amazing. But anyways, the book Chia Pet is Fame. Michael Jordan, Ron Yearman sold for $100 US.
It's a
Now,
medal, right? Yeah, it's a medal.
yeah,
Yeah.
check this out. Fantastic Four issue 13. Now there was a little bit of news that came out of New York Comic Con related to now One World Under Doom, baby. That's where we're headed within comics in the upcoming year. New York Comic Con 2024 had a next big thing panel, and they gave out this book. Now the cover is by Greg Land. It was a promo, raw high, 90 Canadian dollars, cover price daily shaker. I like this.
Yeah. Look, it's a cool cover. It almost has like Spawn vibes a little bit, but like with the cape. But look, it's a dope cover, and I think it's very nice. But I also think it's just everything NYCC and Doom related, like no brainer. It's gonna have a bit
Yeah.
of a pop. Kobe isn't even a top 2.
Oh,
Right.
Rocksteady's going at it tonight.
All right.
Rocksteady, we
All
just
right. Well,
praised you, bro. We just praised you.
yeah. At the beginning of the show. Okay. Well.
Yeah,
Well. Okay.
fighting words, fighting words.
No,
But back to this book, man. This was just
top
obviously a
2.
promo or giveaway, whatever it was. So to see such sales, pretty interesting. 90 Canadian. We'll see if that even holds. But yeah, just found this to be
Like a nice
amazing.
book, but you know what I'm saying, right, bro? It's like right now, Doom. Look at a cape. Similar, like
Yeah.
that's what I said about Spawn. But like Doom stuff. Look, it's a dope cover. Doom stuff is popping, but like I don't know, I'm not paying $90 for that book.
Let's get into the fun stuff, which is Spawn 357 from New York Comic Con. This was the retailer, thank you. Limited to 300, and of course signed by Todd McFarlane. Ron Year Mint, 450 US dollars. Cover price daily shaker. I'm seeing sales now taking place slightly above, but we'll get into some of the rest of the story behind this book. This exploded out the gate, limited to 300, signed by Todd McFarlane. It's funny because the actual cover A, like you can pick it up for $2. You
I
know what
was
I
gonna
mean?
say, I feel like
Yeah, that's where we're at with this book. But obviously, you add that beautiful Todd McFarlane signature, not a T McFarlane, and we get a
apparently, aren't there
450.
less of the T ones? I've heard that. I don't know if that's like a selling thing. I've heard there's less T
I
McFarlane.
I I don't. If I send my book to a Todd McFarlane signing at CGC and it comes back T McFarlane, I'm gonna teabag the fuck out of
I'm
that
not,
book.
I'm not saying it's good or better. I'm saying I've heard there's less of those, thus meaning fewer of them, potentially meaning more value later on. I don't know.
I
I'm
don't.
I'm
I hope not.
asking.
I hope not. Um, are you serious? A friend of mine is doing a Spawn cover in the near future.
Very
Yo,
cool.
congrats to them. Shout out to them. That is big. That is absolutely big. So yeah, happy to hear that. Um, Chia saying Spawn fans like Baker be crazy. Baker
But I
Sports.
appreciate that. I think that's sick. There's like I'm telling you, Spawn and Venom have fans where it's like they will buy. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? That and that's cool. I think that's awesome. I
yeah.
think that's amazing.
Uni, I know it's a key book, bro. But like I said, the cover eight, you can still pick it up for $2.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Ozzy knows.
Yeah, you get that Todd McFarlane premium when it comes to the signature, but yeah, it's a key book. So if you see it out in the wild, pick it up. But you ain't gonna be able to flip it for 450 unless you get a Todd McFarlane signature on it. But I know this is different. This one is limited to 300. So yeah. Anyways,
Mm.
since we're talking Spawn 357, let's open up this can of worms, boys and girls. New York Comic Con 2024.
This is
Peach
the book.
Momoko,
This is the book.
unsigned, limited to 500. CGC 98 sold for 500 US dollars. Cover price daily shaker. And boys and girls, I promise you, in the hot topics, we will definitely dive into this discussion of what transpired at New York Comic Con. But as for the sale, 500 US dollars already on these.
Look, just like you have a lot of new people coming to the game, like myself and others. I've said this before. I know Peach isn't for everybody, and a lot of stuff I'm hit or miss with her. But like, see something like that to me, I think it looks so dope. And what I always love is like if I show my daughter multiple covers and like Peach is in there, she will go to the Peach one first because it looks like she drew it like right there, like on the paper that we're buying.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Peach's art. I know it's not for everyone, but I think this is fucking sick. This cover, that is so fucking sick.
Yeah, Cliff is spot on with what we're going to talk about. The fist fighting edition. That's exactly what I will always remember this as right now. Peach's best cover ever, but that's just my opinion. I may be biased, and I'm not surprised, but pretty
Oh,
interesting
you
to
don't think
see.
it's sick?
It's nice, bro. Look, again, I'm not a Peach
I know
Momoko
you're not.
fan.
I'm not. But I'm saying, what don't you like about it? Help me. Like, what am I missing?
It's not my style. Like in general, like I look at the art, I'm like, oh, it's nice, but like I wouldn't fork over $200
Oh, I'm
for
not
it.
saying to spend that money, but if it was, you tell me if this was like a cover, like a retailer, you wouldn't buy it for cover price.
there's so many good Spawn covers in general. Whenever a Spawn book drops, man, there's such good covers, especially by Todd McFarlane, etc.
But
So I tend to flock to those before I would look at this one.
But
Now,
what Chia said, okay, here's the thing. Sorry. So this is where we can go on like some tangents a bit. Okay, so yeah, an artist, not a comic artist. That could be a good thing because you always hear about how there's certain things that certain comic people don't like that they're trying to cater to garner new audiences. I'm sure Peach is probably like a catalyst for that,
yeah.
right? Like bringing in new artists. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry, new
new,
readers.
new
Like,
people to, yeah, for that I would agree with you. I don't disagree at all. I'm not saying that, her artwork is no good. It's just for my personal taste, it's not up my alley. But you know, if I had to pick,
yeah,
and I'm just being honest, simply because this is a cover A, right? So you knowing that it's a key issue, I'm gonna go cover A. That's just me,
of course.
and
Yeah,
I think I
same.
think I think this cover is actually nicer. That's just my take. But given the prices of a Spawn cover in general, if this was available at cover price, yeah, I'd pick up both because Spawn
See,
books are $2.99.
but my point is this. So pretend we remove everything on this screen and
Yeah,
we only have the image of this book and like the one you just showed. I'm
yeah,
gonna assume like that someone drew that and posted the photo online, like right there, like that's from the
yeah,
paper. That's what
yeah.
I like about when I see her stuff,
No, on that aspect,
personally.
I
And
agree
I
with
like pastel. Like you ever see like when Kanye does like fashion, like a lot of his stuff, like those pastelly colors, like those taupes and those creams like I like that. Like she uses that type of texture. So
you. Yeah,
again, that's just a preference. Like art is subjective, right? So that's like a preference thing. And I'm not here to like defend Peach. Like I said, people like it or they hate it.
yeah,
She's hit or miss with me too. I'm just saying I can appreciate what she does. And for people who are always like, oh, you like old school people hating on like this and that about the way comics are being done now. It's like she's probably a part of bringing in that audience that they're hoping to get when they put out trash like Agatha. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to talk about
stop.
Agatha.
You might trigger Chia Pet,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Look, great artist. She's good at what she does. It's just not up my alley. But yeah, seeing this sale, I'm not surprised, especially when we're gonna get into the story and what transpired behind this. But guys, that was the market report. So with a
Yeah.
new look, let me know what you guys think of the little facelift I gave to the market report. I could give a facelift to obviously the slides. I can't do anything about this.
Paint pants. I'm,
You're still
I'm
gonna see
so
this
upset.
face.
No, bro, I keep like my neck is like so tight, so I feel like an idiot like when I keep doing this. But
Well, it's because you lost your match, didn't you?
I did.
Terrible, absolutely
Well,
terrible.
it's up in the air. The shoulders were
Yeah,
fitty, you know.
but all right. Look, paperweight. We spoke at the beginning of the show, and I said I'm gonna leave the giveaway in your hands. So we're gonna get into the hot topic portion of the
Did I
show.
not praise Loki? Did I not praise Loki?
You
Chia
did
has selective, like
reading, yeah,
selective.
hearing,
No, not here. Reading.
yeah,
I praise Loki.
yeah,
I praise Loki. I think
yeah.
Agatha is trash. But we're
Yeah,
not talking about
James, I agree with you. Definitely overpriced in my opinion. I don't think it's worthy of that price tag. But when we hear the story as to why, then yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But all right, like I said, the giveaway is in your hands. We're gonna get into the hot topics of the week. Greg, I'm leaving it in your hands. If we're gonna
But
give the book away,
giveaway? I'm
you
a
can give
bad guy. How can I give in to the people, bro? And look at the
you
disrespect. Look at
you
the
can
disrespect. Look at Chia and Cliff. Like, no shock. Those two guys are going to be selective with. I praise Pichu. I think mostly does Marvel stuff. I praise Loki. Like, and but of course.
guys.
No
I'm good to
giveaway.
go.
I don't feel like
We have a wheel ready to
never
go.
will.
If paperweight says we do it, we do it. So we'll get into the hot topics. I suggest everyone stick around because I feel like paperweight's feeling a little good tonight. He's feeling a little good tonight, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Keep an eye out. But we're gonna get into the hot topics of the hot topics portion of the show. Paperweight for the last time. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Vamos. All right. So choppy, bro. The transition. I don't like
I
it.
know it's like it freezes and then goes.
I might have to
Gonna
do
work on
something.
that.
Like,
Gotta work on
no,
that.
I'm gonna fucking come up with something new. You watch, you watch. But anyways, let's get into the hot topics of the show, guys. So we're gonna kick it off with the first topic being not New York Comic Con related, but I've seen us kick off the week with some Superman news, and we got an image revealing the first look at Crypto.
No.
You're happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm saying
oh,
no to this guy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, bro. I'm excited, but I'm not gonna be like how Chia and Cliff probably assume it's gonna be the great. I'm excited for it. I have full faith in James Gunn. I have full faith in casting a person 3 inches taller and 10 years younger than Henry Cavill, who got in like good enough shape. Obviously, Cavill was super jacked, which I loved, and I think all superheroes should look like him and The Rock.
yeah,
But I'm definitely excited because I think what a lot of people, first of all, the Superman, is it Joshua Williamson doing like the Superman books
yeah,
right now are incredible. Okay, they're amazing. They're great. So when people are like, "There's not good Superman comics," the latest run is amazing. People always seem to bitch from what I've heard since being in this that like he's too strong. Like they need to humanize him. I think Gunn's going to be able to do that. I think he's going to humanize him, but I do hope at the same time it's not like Guardians is a little bit quirky, but it's okay because they're obscure characters. This is like this is Superman, right? And even though I'm a Batman guy, and I think Batman is still probably their top seller, but
yeah.
Superman is like that's comic books. He's the first, right? Like that's you don't want to miss. You want it to be impactful. You want it to be meaningful, but you want to kind of shed a little bit of, I guess, a different tone on it, right?
Yeah.
I
No,
hope
for
it'll be
sure.
incredible. I hope it'll be incredible.
Now, guys, I don't think anyone's going to be able to get the first appearance of Crypto because that is definitely up there. But yeah, I agree with you, man. When it comes to Gun, Superman, and all of that fun stuff, I'm looking forward to it, man. I am pumped to see
Yes.
this all unfold. The Gun universe, we're getting closer and closer to it. JT Keel saying, "Damn, well, you two are awesome. Why the the bitchiness, Keel? No bitchiness, no bitchiness. We are here to just shoot the
Hey, hold
shit."
on. So BC, but for like that J, okay, humanize him. Okay, I get it. I understand he's an alien. I totally understand that. But what I'm saying is that the feedback that I usually hear from people who have issues with the Superman movie or why they cannot produce a, I guess, global, I guess, revered Superman movie is because of he's an alien. He's all super powerful. He can't really be hurt. Yeah, there's what the hell is it called? Kryptonia. What the heck's this
Yeah,
shit called?
Krypton.
Krypton. Yeah, that shit, like the green shit. Like, yeah, of course.
Oh
But
no, you're talking about Kryptonite.
kryptonite. Sorry, kryptonite. Sorry, bro. I hit I hit the vape and that's it. I can't even speak. Um, yeah, the kryptonite. I get it, but I don't know. I think they just want something that is just more human, even though yes, we all know he's not a human.
Yeah. Anyways, I was just happy to see that the dog is going to be making an appearance. Now, James Gunn is basing it off of his actual dog that he has.
Oh, cool.
So clearly, he's going to put some love into the character. And if he can bring forth such a character like he did with Rocket Raccoon, etc., yeah, I'm excited. So
Yeah,
let's,
I'm definitely excited, man. It's Superman. You know what? As aside from we all joke around on Marvel, DC, yada yada yada. I want everyone to win.
yeah,
This is a movie that all comic enthusiasts should want to do well to go see,
hell
right?
yeah,
No matter what's in it. Like this is Superman. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for it. But again, I'm not gonna. I don't know. We got to wait to see what happens. I'm hoping for the best, right? I'm hoping for not a Joker, Kaka, and I get. You see, I didn't. Joker too. I can
yeah.
chirp them too.
Leftero saying Superman has a major weakness, and that is his love for mankind. So you can write some great stories with that, in my opinion. And I couldn't agree more, man. It's that's Superman in a nutshell. So, yeah. But all right, let's move on from Superman. This has been going around a little bit on the internet, and I just want to bring this up very quickly because apparently Josh Brolin's Thanos is reportedly set to return in Secret Wars. Now, if that does happen, there's a few things I just see unfolding. There's talks that it's going to be King Thanos, and I would love to see King Thanos on the big screen. I think it would be amazing. But Thanos, if you're expecting to see him for the long haul, well, I could assure you that's not going to take place. I almost feel like if he is coming back for anything MCU related, especially Secret Wars, we're gonna get a copy paste of what takes place in Secret Wars, Jonathan Hickman's run, where he's gonna die relatively quick to Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is for sure gonna be God Emperor Doom. and I don't think that's the final version of Doom we're gonna see. The Robert Downey Jr. thing, I think, is gonna be just to bring forth Secret Wars, and then after that, obviously, we're gonna get a legit recasting on Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I mean, like he was amazing, right? But here's my thing. If it's if it's something different, that's cool. My whole thing with like Robert Downey Jr. or bringing, you don't want to take away from the significance of Endgame. Like
Yeah,
you don't want to, you can't like that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful when you're doing this with bringing certain people back, or how you bring them back, or who you reinvent as different characters. Like yes, you want to go back to what works, but you need to kind of figure out a way to do it differently. Like
yeah,
you cannot ruin those moments. Like, dude, that's a moment in
yeah,
history.
yeah.
In
Dude,
history.
it was peak comic book movie
Yeah.
in my opinion. So I agree with you. You got to be careful, but if they bring him back to kill him quickly, I think it's great. I don't see a problem with it because it would be a different version of Thanos. King Thanos, I don't want to see die that quick. That's a whole different version as well of Thanos. But um, I mean, you want to put some weight behind Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, right? You want to show just how fucking powerful he is, and I think just annihilating Thanos very quickly with just maybe ripping his entire skeleton out would be incredible to see on the big screen. But we shall see. Rumors for now, but it has been going around on the internet quite a bit. So just wanted to share this with you guys. I agree with some of the things you guys are saying as well within the chat. Derek saying they're going to bring him back just to kill him off as an example of Doom's power. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're going to do.
This is what I'm saying. What Baker just said.
Yeah. Hope
This-
Thanos screen time longer than Sabretooth on Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Um, Derek saying bring in Death. Thanos Death reunion would be nice. We are getting Death. We are getting Death within Agatha. So I told Chiapet the same thing. I just want to see the two paired together. That's all I want to see. I would love that, man.
hit
Michael
up
Baker.
Yeah, hit up his post. Like this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like he can speak for it more. Like he's been in this way longer. This is how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Leave it alone. I don't see an issue with it. Like I said, if they're doing it to add some power, and it's a variant of Thanos that's just not as menacing as the one we met in the Infinity Saga, then I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? It's not the
Yeah.
same Thanos. It's not like they're resurrecting the one who went through all of that. So
Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful with how you do it.
yeah,
That's what I mean.
exactly. But anyways, let's move on from Thanos because IDW is changing the logo. This got bashed heavily.
I mean,
Um,
I didn't notice the W. Like you kind of gotta
dude, it looks like
ID.
INW. It looks like
No, it
INW.
looks like ID. I'm like, oh, your
ID.
ID.
Yeah.
But I see the W from afar. But it's like Daredevil. I don't know, whatever, man.
Daredevil. Daredevil. Yeah, I see that too, man. But there's I don't know, it's messy. Not messy. It is a clean logo, I guess. It's kind of like did you see SmackDown's new logo?
Yeah.
It looks like it says Smack Sound.
No,
I don't
no,
like
I know. They actually pulled theirs off better than this. This looks like
yeah,
they went on Fiverr and
I don't
grabbed
like it.
someone from, God knows where on the globe.
Guys, I'm just giving my honest opinion, not because I want to be in agreement with the masses here, but it's just I don't like it at all.
No.
I don't like it at all. And the worst part is that
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
there were tons of ideas brought to the table, multiple logos brought to the table, and this is what they went with. I really hope they go back to the drawing board and don't move forward with this because even IDW Comics and Entertainment, I understood it was IDW Publishing. So I don't know if they're changing name. I don't know what they're doing, but it's
James
just
said it.
weird.
But look, dude, this goes back to what I said at the beginning. Like it's okay again to like hate on things or like comment on things and then move on. You don't got to bash it for
Yeah,
weeks. But this is what's also important here is like people will make jokes. They'll say this is trash, this is shit. But it's like there's criticism that can be heard as well. Like this clearly, anecdotal. We're just basing it on our small chat here. It's like this isn't it, right? So they should take that into consideration and kind of. But you also have to assume that they kind of put this out to a lot of people, but maybe they didn't. This is not good. It doesn't. To me, I wouldn't know that this is IDW Publishing at all.
yeah. That's
So
but that's exactly it. Is when you look at it, it doesn't at all give me the IDW feel. So
I agree with love for comics.
yeah, I
Nothing
saw
at all.
nothing wrong with the old one. Brand recognition out the window. I even like the old one with the light bulb.
And when you're not like the DC, like the Image, right, the Marvel, like you want to kind of. I get people want to reinvent themselves. No, no, no. Like you're still not at the top. You need to kind of keep that brand recognition strong. That you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with Michael Baker saying, sorry, with Uni saying at the end of the day, it's just a logo. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's shit branding in
But
my.
that's the thing. So but you also have to think of it. We're looking at it as like comic book people like comics, but the people that sit in boardrooms and make these decisions that like looked at like storyboards and like marketing and like market research and feedback from people, like that's that costs money and that goes into what people put out there and what you want to draw people in. Like that, even the tone, like the color, like that peach color, like how's that going to look on the books? I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'm not
off
a
with
big
this
fan.
one.
You know what? It kind of. I think it would look like the DW. I don't know if you remember that from back in the day,
Yeah.
but I guess I would put it along the same lines. But either way, I'm not a big fan.
Clearly people don't seem to like it much. That's all. So hopefully they make some changes again. And hey,
Yeah,
maybe this was to get it talking, and then they're gonna hit you with the real shit.
I hope so. But yeah, it reminds me of the Punisher logo. Lots of talk, exactly. So, anyways, let's move on. I want to get to this here because Venom 3 director apparently says that Null isn't the Last Dance's main villain and film is just the beginning for him. Now, today we actually had the opportunity to hear Null speak for the first time. If you guys saw, there was a little teaser trailer that dropped, and Null says a line, and it sounded very intimidating, menacing. I think it's Andy, what's his name, Andy Sudeikis or something like that. That's doing the voice for Null. Dude, fucking killed it. I heard the voice and I'm like, oh, okay, I dig. Maybe Sony got something right for once. But yeah, man, I've said it many times in the past weeks that there's no way you bring in Null for the third movie and axe him off. There's no way, no way.
So here's my thing again, as a person who doesn't read a lot of it, but I know how popular and loved the Venom brand is. So and I love Tom Hardy. I thought the first Venom movie was like okay, not it was decent enough. The second one obviously was a total miss for me, and I don't know how you miss with like Woody Harrelson as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I mean, again, who knows? But I can't. I almost feel like this is their way of maybe righting the ship in a way of maybe with Null, maybe more emphasis becomes on Null, right? In like kind of standalones. Then you kind of have Venom go off in the MCU with the other kind of cast of characters. Like I don't know, but I definitely think that Null is here to stay.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna have to bring him into. There's talks that he's gonna be now part of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, so
So curious to see if that takes place at all. But yeah, man. So there's a new spot on the Venom
hey, Chia
movie.
said something is bad. Holy shit! Guess what? We're doing the giveaway tonight.
We are
We're
gonna
doing
do the
we're
giveaway.
doing the giveaway. Chia said something is trash.
We are doing it, guys. You know what? Tell
We're,
your friends now
we're
if
doing
they
the
want to
giveaway.
win.
Chia said something is bad. We're doing
If
the
they want
giveaway.
to win, we'll do the giveaway tonight. Just let them know they got to be subscribed,
We're
and
doing.
I'm gonna ask for a print screen. I'll
I
tell you
got
guys
look.
all the
I
details.
got from the people what I want. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
We're doing the giveaway.
Yeah, so hopefully it's a slow intro like Thanos. That's what I want to see, man. Yes, and Rex Strickland is also confirmed. So Venom 1 could see a spike, but I'm not too sure. We'll see. If we'll see it spike, probably going to take a little bit of a bump. I think it will. I don't disagree.
They're
But
good books.
anyway,
Yeah, even like Dylan, like all this stuff. If you can get it on the low, like get. I mean, now it's probably everything's up, but if
no,
you were,
Dylan's low as fuck.
but if you were to scoop this stuff, like kind of when it was kind of everything was coming down, you're good. Now there's a lot. Now you're gonna pay a bit more.
Yep, agreed. But anyways, let's move on from Null. And I encourage everybody to go check out the voice that took place. But we got news at New York Comic Con that Ultimate Wolverine is making his way as well into the Ultimate Universe. Now, the reason why I'm putting these dates here on the books is just to let you guys know that December 12th, which comes out before the Ultimate Wolverine #1, it's Ultimate Universe 1 year in where we're actually going to see Ultimate Wolverine. So if you want to pick up the first appearance, I highly recommend you pick up the one on the right there, which is Ultimate Universe 1 year in. Now, I'm excited. First, I think the design is sick. I love the design of the Ultimate Wolverine, but I can assure you, I'm almost positive just seeing how things are going. I do not think that Ultimate Wolverine is going to be a good guy. I actually think he's going to be probably controlled. And Chia Pet brought it up today when I was talking to him on the phone, and it's a valid point how he might be working under the maker. You know what I mean? I would love to see something like that, and probably not enjoying doing that. But he is a weapon, Weapon X. Wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
they used him in that fashion for this.
When you shared this cover to your story and I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna grab this one. This
Yeah,
is like, even I was like, I'll give this one a read. Like the Ultimate stuff, like I've liked, right? Like I said, again, that's just personal taste. The Marvel stuff just hasn't done it for me, right?
yeah.
So, but the Ultimate stuff has been really good. So I'm definitely gonna hit and grab this one.
Yeah. I wanna shout out Derek for saying rest in peace. Norman Reedus says no, September 2024 to October. That was the rumor, man. That was the rumor, and clearly that didn't take place. But yeah, man. Um, Back
Yeah,
to the Ultimate Wolverine. I think it's cool, man. Uni saying why, but why? Marvel just running out of ideas. No, Uni, I don't know if you're reading the Ultimate Universe, man, and I like the fact that it is a totally different approach on multiple things and characters
yeah.
that we've come to know. I think Hickman and everybody working on the Ultimate Universe is doing a great job. I'm not jiving with the Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther. I really gave up on Ultimate Wolverine. I'm looking forward to. I
Yeah.
love reading the Ultimates, and I love reading Ultimate Spider-Man. Those are
Especially now, since again, like the tone is kind of changing in comics this year compared to last. Like, I can even see this one. You might even get some of those red band ones. Like, you might get some like violent, ultimate books. Like, who knows, right? They
yeah,
might throw a couple of those. So I'm actually excited to read that one because I love Ultimate Spider-Man. That to me, that's Peter Park. Like, that's where it would be. You know what I mean? Like, that's
yeah. And Chia saying, and Condon, the writer, is doing some violent work on image books, which
there you
he
go.
is. Yes, exactly. Hickman is the GOAT. I agree. But, anyways, this was some fun news to see coming out of New York Comic Con. But also from New York Comic Con, we got news that Batman Hush 2 will begin with Batman 158 in March 2025. Now, Paperweight, this is what Chia Pet was referring to earlier about Chip
But he's
Zdarsky.
still on it.
Yeah, no, but he's off, man. Check this, okay?
No, I believe you. I'm saying, so when is he? Is this his last issue?
It's 158 where this kicks off. Hush 2. I think Zdarsky's off as of 157. So yeah, very sad. But Hush 2 will begin with Batman 158 in March 2025 to follow Chip Zdarsky, George Jimenez, and Mike Hawthorne's run on the title. Now, Batman Hush 2 kicks off with obviously this. The original creative team is going to be joining. So we're going to be seeing like Jim Lee and everybody. The series will feature a 6-issue run in Batman resolving the Hush story. Expect a prelude in Justice League Unlimited before Hush 2's main event. Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb reunite after 2 decades for this highly anticipated sequel. Now, one thing that again, I was talking with Chipet and he mentioned it as well. Something I noticed, and we were talking about in the Latverian chat, where we have a chat on Telegram where we all shoot the shit. Like we're 100 and something people in there talking comics 24/7, and you
Yeah,
know,
I had to mute that, bro. I had to mute that.
it sucks that Zdarsky is going to be dropped like that. Especially he was relatively dedicated to DC. You know what I mean? Like doing his thing,
Yeah,
and
but I honestly, maybe now again, I don't know how far. He told me he had like a year, so I don't know if like after the failsafe stuff, if he was kind of writing as he was going. But I know he had a lot initially, so maybe just the direction. Here's the other thing, not to cut you off, but like a spec perspective, maybe DC was kind of being pushed from higher ups to put this, you know what I mean, under certain guidance for certain things that might be related to like film, you know what I mean, and shows.
yeah,
That could be a thing.
yeah. I'm just kind of sad that like it's kind of like okay, well, Chip, thank you. Here we go.
I'm not saying they get them right, bro. It's business. I'm not. I'm not saying this is
yeah.
proper. I'm not. I'm not. Don't. I'm just saying what's happening, why it might be happening.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I agree. Uni saying Hush is a dope character. We need more Hush before he makes the DCU, that's for sure. But yeah, man. Chia brought up the fact that like Chip, I think it was at New York Comic Con, was like pretty much hanging around the Fantastic Four peeps.
Oh,
So could it be he's gonna write Fantastic Four, hop back at Marvel, doing
that'll
that?
be a good thing. Because for
There,
like
yeah,
FF, like the first family, again, I don't know and I haven't read it, but I've heard mixed things about like kind of that title right now. So that might be a great thing.
yeah, I would love that, and I loved his Daredevil stuff. So we'll see. But this is still great news. I still think it's great. I'm sad that we lose Chip, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that we're getting Hush. So it's a bittersweet scenario going on right here with this one. But anyways, Doom Academy. Yes, Strange Academy, and it's so fitting, especially given everything that's happening within the comics at the moment. Doom is Sorcerer Supreme, so it's only normal. Strange Academy now becomes Doom Academy, which is very exciting. I'm actually looking forward to reading this. I think it's neat. You have some beautiful covers right here. I love the first, that cover A to the right, where it feels more or less like the actual first Strange Academy cover. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a fun read, man. Seeing now Strange Academy under Doom is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Again, I didn't read Strange Academy. Chia said something I should. So I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, all thing Doom right now is popping. So I hope it's good. I hope it's a good read for people who love Doom, right?
Yeah, guys, I think this is one you won't want to miss, especially with everything, One World Under Doom. This is going to be a tie-in, but I think it's going to carry some good weight behind it. Strange Academy did very well. I'm expecting this Doom Academy to do just as great. Ryan Brown actually did that middle cover as well, which is very nice. The close-up face of Doctor Doom. I agree, the cover A is amazing, but yeah, man, keep an eye out on this book. I think it's going to be a very fun read, man. So I'm looking forward to this. But anyways, we'll get to the end of the show. I want to wrap it up because we're getting close to the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering's Marvel crossover was revealed, guys. I don't know if you saw this. Now, we spoke about this earlier in the year on the show, and I was telling you guys that we're getting the crossover. The news came out, and clearly people are hyped about this. Now, the cards are going to be coming out very soon, but they were giving out promos, bro, and check the promo sales that were taking place on the secondary
Where
market,
can you
man.
pre-order these?
Sorry?
Can you pre-order these?
The pre-orders are probably going to be going up very soon now after New
Do
York
you know
Comic
where,
Con.
like where you pre-order them from?
Probably card shops, etc. It's probably even going to be available on Previews World. Don't be surprised, man.
Yeah, I grab those.
Yeah, but check some of these promo sales that took place, man.
Yeah.
$372 with that Wolverine, and then you have Doctor Doom. Not Doctor Doom, sorry. Doctor Strange there. $248, $248, $227. This is some coin, bro, for these promos, man. People ain't playing. So yeah, I thought
Yeah.
this was interesting. Yeah, there you go. Secret layer for pre-orders. So
That's even for us stuck in Canada, Secret Lair?
yep, yep.
Okay.
I want. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's in Canada. Absolute Green Lantern is also coming in March
All
2025.
Absolute Flash is coming. I think I might
But
have sent you.
yeah,
They're doing all absolutes in DC as well.
guys, there's a lot of news I wanted to talk about this week. But man,
But
the show would have went for 3 hours, and Paperweight has kids and a wife to go back to, and he also wants to watch the Penguin.
yeah, she give me
Um,
the look over here. I'm getting
yep,
the eye.
yep. But just to get into it, yeah, man, there's absolute everything that we just spoke about. DC Vertigo is making its way back. It was a very good New York Comic Con, and clearly us nerds are being spoiled. So happy about that. But speaking of
Even the
nerds,
casting, bro. Even the
yeah,
Green Lantern casting was cool.
bro, let's get into this. I want to get into the main portion right here, which is what really happened at the Peach Momoko Spawn variant New York Comic Con fist fight.
I only want to
So,
hear from people who were actually there, bro, because I don't want to hear lies and stories.
so
I
this
heard nothing happened. I heard stuff. Whoever was there, just no.
I'm giving it to you. I'm gonna tell you right now. So this comes from actual person who was there. So it wasn't people fucking duking it
But
out,
you don't
man.
know that person. You're going by an article, right?
It didn't go by UFC rules at the line, bro. Like it wasn't 3 rounds and whoever taps out first or knockout. No, what ended up happening is there was arguments that were taking place because unfortunately this is horseshit. Now somebody on the scene definitely messaged Bleeding Cool and dropped the information of what transpired. So what really happened at the Peach Momoko Spawn variant cover fist fight at New York Comic Con? Well, Bleeding Cool hears from someone in line, Greg, to answer your question. Chaos erupted at New York Comic Con over Peach Momoko Spawn 357 variant, with fans facing fierce competition from vendors. Vendors stirring up the pot. Early access by vendors led to tensions, with some posing as attendees to grab the coveted variant cover. Spawn variant cover sold at New York Comic Con for $40 to $60, quickly flipping for $350 to $500 on eBay. Dedicated fan secured a signed copy after an intense wait, highlighting challenges true enthusiasts face. So what the vendors were doing, and it sucks because people were lining up, bro. People were lining up outside at like 8 a.m. just to get in there to make sure they could secure themselves a copy. Now, the guy who messaged Bleeding Cool about this said that there was maybe 20, 30 people in front of him, right? So with 30 people in front of you and there's X amount of copies available, you know you're going to get it, right? Doors open, run to the fucking booth and you're going to get your copy. When they got in, there was already like 200 people waiting in line, or 100 something people waiting in line, and it was vendors posing as, attendees. They were just with regular passes type thing. I don't know what the rules were in order to obtain one, but I think something like this could be controlled, right? You got to
100%.
show, yeah, you got to show your
They
regular fan
created
pass.
that disaster.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But I heard no like fist, like no fighting happened like how they were saying, bro.
yeah, exactly. But there
I
was
heard it
no
was some chaos, but like no one got knocked out. Like you know what I mean?
yeah. I wish that people would avoid doing such things at cons.
Of
Like,
course,
don't
of
start
course.
fighting. Yeah, Christian was there, so it just sucks to hear that mostly vendors were fucking over the regular attendees, right? That's what's shitty. Um,
But dude, do you remember the last time? I don't know if it was NYCC, but remember Peach had a
yeah, it
situation
was
in the
2 years
lineup.
ago. 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's they want her shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Peach brings out the worst out of the boys, man. But back to the vendor thing, it sucks, bro. Like if that's what was really taking place, you're a vendor, you're in there, and I understand you want to make your money, etc. But like, fuck, man, people are lining up and like trying to get into getting these exclusives. They're paying heavy coin, etc., and you're lining up before them, posing or whatever. It just sucks. The attendees end up getting shafted, and
Cliff is right on that one.
yeah. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. So he's saying vendors are always fucking over
But
attendees.
but hold
And
on,
I'm
sorry.
not saying all vendors are scummy, bro.
No,
But
no, but okay, but hyper. I don't understand. So just so you understand, when something is sold at distribution, it means like the publishers have sold it to like all the stores. Doesn't mean the stores are sold out. The
yeah,
publisher is sold out of the production they've made of it. I mean, that's how I interpret it anyway.
yeah. But no, actually, no. They did say that stores were pretty much sold out.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
hear that. I just heard at distribution was sold out, meaning like those are
Distribution
not
was
being
sold out.
printed.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was sold out.
Of course, I mean, I haven't seen any in stores, but I'm sure there's definitely shops in areas where I'm sure they have some.
Yeah, organizers dropped the ball. Yo, we got shafted with the Keanu Reeves stuff. They opened the line relatively early at
Told you you
Terrificon.
weren't gonna get it though.
Sorry.
Remember, I'm like, you're not gonna make that. You're not gonna get that.
Well, we were on pace to make it, but then once Rocksteady hit us up, like we stopped to go to a fucking take a piss and whatever. Like we took our time to get to the casino. But yeah, it's a terrible story. I'm sad to hear that this is what took place, and I hope to see this resolved in the future. I hope cons take measures, or vendors, not vendors, sorry, people as such selling exclusives, you know, maybe make this accessible to fans and
Yeah.
only fans. Like you need to have not only fans, that fans. What I meant is like just fans.
But dude, you know what else? Again, this might be like a crazy way of thinking, but it's almost like it's like they want this hysteria too, so it makes like noise. This was the first thing I heard about like New York Comic Con. Aside from like since I follow stuff and I see it in people's stories personally, this
Yeah,
was like the first big news I heard from it. I'm not saying
yeah,
they're being orchestrated like that, but maybe they're not too concerned with how they're organizing things because it might make some waves.
yeah.
You know, like I don't know. And my bad, hyper. I didn't know they said like how the hell would Bleeding Cool know that all the shops are sold out? That I
I
didn't
have
know.
no idea.
That's
No
just a
idea.
dumb statement.
But anyways, like I said, there's clearly ways and measures of doing such. Like maybe you got to show that your badge. You know what I mean? From the con, if you're an attendee, you get a specific badge. If you're a vendor. Obviously, you have a different one, so you got to present your badge or whatever. So I hope in the future things like this don't take place. But guys, that was the hot topics. There's many more we could have gotten into, but we'll save for a later date. Paperweight, thank you so much for hopping on. But guys, I don't think that's the end of the show. You want to do something or no?
I mean, I said I would. I can't go back, even though, you know.
We're doing the giveaway. So guys, I'm going to do it very quickly.
So
the way we're going to do
now
this,
like me.
Yeah, the way we're going to do this, I'm going to drop a line. Okay? I'm dropping a line in the chat. If you want to win this book, well, the pair of slabs by Michael Baker, here's the line. Don't comment anything yet. I'm dropping the line. Hashtag Baker. Just hashtag Baker. And I will put your name on the wheel. So
I give props to AOA, and I don't even think he's here today.
Yeah, but he's a champ.
I'm not taking it back, but isn't that funny? I highlight him, and he's like, God.
Yeah. So
like,
guys, exactly like this. Just put hashtag Baker. I will give you a minute to get those names on there. So we got Love for Comics.
Can I jump in?
Bro, feel free. I don't give a fuck.
I don't even know where to do it, so it's all good.
So we have Sam Al. You want to read me the names? We have Sam Al.
Oh, dude, we have oh my lord. I'm gonna read them to you. Really? Everyone is in, bro. Love for Comics, Sam Al, TKO.
So hold up.
Is it Amity, Cliff, Jay, TKO. Val, James?
Hold on, man. Yo, I'm typing these, bro.
Bro, you want me to like everyone who's in the chat is in this. That's who's in it. What do you think? You think people are not gonna participate?
All right, hold up. So we got the line. So I got Amadi. We got
Did someone do one for me?
JMCN. Cliff. JMCN.
Bro, everyone's in on it. Don't skip any names. Just look at your chat and put the name.
I am. I'm looking, man. We got Val. So I'm gonna put Val.
I wish I can't type in the group. You gotta fix that bug in oh, I can see the YouTube chat, but I gotta be on YouTube to.
We got James Kreider. Lefteros, you're eliminated just because. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually up against each other.
Bro. I'm not even looking at your screen. I'm going in. I'm going in.
So it's Chia Dandelatore. Man, I'm
and hit the like, everybody. Hit the like.
Yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let your whoever wins, I'm gonna ask for a print screen in my DMs on IG. I want to see that you're subscribed to the channel.
I jumped in, bro. I did it. I'm one of those. One of those. You know, honestly, I never enter in giveaways because I feel bad. But I've only done it one time when I think it was the first appearance of Harley Quinn for my daughter. I want to get that Batman Adventures 12 for her.
Yeah. So David Mason, we got Paul in the 619, we got Hyper.
Dude, Paul, your entire group chat is in on it.
Hyper. Yeah, that's what I want, man. I want everybody to have an opportunity to win this, man. Gary.
40 people, bro. Someone got the note that there's a they jumped off Penguin for this, bro.
Yeah, probably. So your wife's probably pissed out she's missing it.
Are you upset with us? She's reading a book.
Okay. I apologize.
Her weekend attire is not appropriate for camera.
I apologize, Miss Paperweight.
Miss Weight.
Miss Weight. Miss Weight. Joshua Davis. We got JT Keel.
Mr. Paint Pants and Mrs. Weight.
Yeah. I'm actually wearing them. If you want, I'll show you.
I do. Oh, one time Derek, I saw posted in the chat about that. I was like, oh my God. You know what I should get? We can't give away the Cloak and Dagger. That is the most rarest book on the planet. It's a Terrificon edition.
Ain't nobody want to win that, man. So what? Crimson Terror. We got Real Deal. Comic Aussie. So real.
With the Unix at Baker. Yeah. Hashtag put his wife in the giveaway. No hard.
Comic Aussie.
It really sucks. I'll let her hold it.
Type everybody's name. I apologize, but there's no giveaway tool on this app, which kind of sucks. Got Nerdy Geek, Paperweight, Nerdy Geek, Paperweight. Michael Baker, does he count? Uni, I'm putting your name. You're there, right? Uni X. All right, guys. I got everybody. I'm going to share the wheel. here we go. It's time for the giveaway. Thanks to Paperweight for calling it out, and for Michael Baker for
thanks
donating.
to Chia for hating something.
Yeah, and yeah,
I love
Chia
him.
as well.
I love him though. I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this the full screen. I don't know if you guys see it. Can I zoom a bit? This fucking, I feel like it's small. Anyways, you'll see who's gonna win. I'm gonna spin this wheel. You want to change colors? Let's change colors.
No,
all right.
just hit it.
I hit it.
Hit
all
it.
right, here we go, guys. Best of luck to everybody. We're gonna spin the wheel
fixed,
in
isn't it?
3, 2, 1,
Go.
All right, let's see who wins this. Yo,
Ozzy won it. Comic Ozzy won it.
Ozzy, brother, appreciate you so much, man, for obviously being subscribed.
And there goes
obviously tuning in, supporting, showing nothing but love. So congratulations on the win. Shout out to Michael Baker. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Like I said, you guys saw a little bit of a facelift when it comes to the show. And gradually you'll see some other ones. So Hot Topics, FOC, things might change. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys thought about the show. Paperweight, Greg, thank you so much for hopping on. You got anything up and coming? I know you're wrestling, busting your ass.
Yeah, just a lot more of that. I've just kept that on my like personal page. But yeah, man, just still reading a ton, buying a lot less, building back up a box to sell so I can hopefully, perk up the PC for the kiddos. But that's pretty much it, bro. Just happy for all you guys and everybody I know that's doing well when it comes to this space,
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I always appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate most importantly your friendship, man. Because like I said, left Terrificon, I felt like I left with a brother, bro. No book I picked up mattered. It was brotherhood, 100%. And like I told you, man, even once this all comes to end, I know we'll still be fucking tying up. We'll meet up in the middle of Canada,
up, bro. You could lock up.
We'll have.
I know your cousin, but I was shocked. I didn't think you could. Like, I know people who train and they can't lock up like you. So
we'll get a street fight going. I'm down for a street fight, bro.
I don't want to get paint all over me.
It's not paint, bro. It's not paint. It's totally.
Let's see him. Come on, bro. It's day one of the new show. Let's see the paint pants.
You're gonna see my schlong, guys.
Bro, let's see it. Let's see it. It's after 11. Let's go. Paint pants.
No. You're
not wearing pants, are you? You sick bastard.
I'm not wearing pants. No, I'm kidding. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, check me out this Thursday over on Covrprice's YouTube channel. I'm going to be going live for the weekly Shakers, which I cannot wait to get together with Laura and, of course, Dr. Yo-Yo and Marty, man. So it's going to be a fun time. I'll be back next Sunday. New platform. We shall give it a whirl without my computer hitting the fucking reset. Have yourselves a great week. Greg, love you, bro. Chat, love you, bro.
Appreciate you all. Peace, man. Later, brother. Thank you.
Adios.